Пошли. Все вместе. Какие ваши доказательства?
They want you to comply.
Cancel culture is about canceling.
Кокаином.
Up yours. Woke moralists. Up yours.
This is systematic bullying that's happening.
Woke moralists. Up yours.
And they believe that they can then
Woke
shut us
moralists.
up.
Up yours. Woke moralists.
They seem animalistic is what I mean.
No, they're worse than animals.
The woke mob, they ruin everything.
They stop Ben Shapiro from going to events and speaking. They stop Ann Coulter from doing it.
I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob.
You never cave to the mob.
We will never bow to the mob. Ever. No matter what.
Do you see the final expression of cancel culture in terrorist groups like
Up yours.
We'll see who cancels who.
What's up?
Hey, everybody.
Howdy.
How's it going, my fellow sis?
Hey, watch the language, Lance.
I'm like,
Yes, no,
like, oh,
no
yeah.
slurs on the channel.
We're going hard. Come on.
I guess we should have context there. Cis is apparently the CIS is apparently banned on Twitter now, as a slur.
Yeah,
but guess what?
Wait.
They haven't banned Stragget yet, so we'll see.
All right.
We still have that one.
Stragget?
Yes.
Is this the first time you've heard it?
Yes, I've never heard that in my life.
It is a slur for a straight person. So
a little bit of reappropriation and reimagining taking place simultaneously.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been using it too much already. But it's very appropriate.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Do we have a guest today?
Are you offended, Olay?
No. No, I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. No, we don't have a guest.
Oh, it's just
do you want a guest?
It's just the five of us.
Bender's
Cool.
always scared to spend time with us. So like Bender comes on like, is there guest?
Well, because I like to know what's going on. I like to know what's going on.
I gotta be honest. I usually prefer, like, I love all our guests, but I actually like it when it's just us because there's less pressure on me specifically to feel like I have to be a host. So, I don't mind just like sitting back.
Wait, are
like,
you saying we don't host well?
You see how niggas is on bullshit already? This show just started at 8:35. Here goes somebody in the comments. Wow, Olay has really been gaining some weight. Motherfucker, you looking at my face. You are looking at my face.
Okay. Olay, we need to have an intervention. We need to have an intervention,
Shut
Olay.
up, David. Shut up.
Stop reading the fucking comments.
I will read the comments, okay? Let me stand up for my rights. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Understand, they're doing it because they know you're going to read them. They know you're going to read them. You are doing exactly what they want you to do. This is exactly what they... all right, I'm just saying. You're giving them what they want. That's all I'm saying.
You can tell by their name they're trolling.
What
they're
I
just
got
being a
to say.
dickhead.
I know. Okay, let me enjoy my life. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I just disappeared.
You niggas are haters. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
There we go.
There's too many haters in the world. We need more love in the world. Okay. So
that's true. That's what this whole show's about.
Yeah.
It's all about love. Always. There's a lot of news this week. Some of it's not really important, but it's interesting news. I find the sub stuff to be not really important at all, but very interesting.
I love subs. What happened with subs?
So Subway,
like
they had this
Italian
really good
sub.
deal.
I like a good
the dad
turkey sub, a tuna sub. The $5. Well, there hasn't been a $5 footlong in a long time. When was the last time you went to Subway, Mike?
It was a couple of months ago. A couple of years ago, I regained the ability to eat Subway again because I worked there for 5 years.
Those footlongs now $7.50 minimum.
No, they're more than that.
Minimum.
Wait, you worked there for 5 years?
Yeah.
So, what are the secrets? What'd you learn there while working there?
The secret.
the Subway cheese.
So really, the main secret is that when we want to steal and we don't want the inventory to be fucked up, we just say that bread dropped on the floor. But most of the time we just steal, without doing that. Yes.
Was the bread the most valuable thing to steal?
Bread and probably, it depends, right? Because each manager is kind of finicky about portions and whatnot. But for me, like I would open on the weekends and I would just bake a dozen of assorted cookies. And I would put we had Cinnabon sauce, like that like sugar sauce. I would put the cookies together. I gained 30 pounds when I worked at Subway, by the way.
The Subway chocolate chip cookies are very good.
Very good.
Yeah. I like the double chocolate chip and the M&Ms myself. If you want to, you can mash those all together and make like a cookie monstrosity, which I did do. It wasn't very good though, but I mean, you really can have it your way.
Can I just say there's too many Subways. There's too many. Like there's like Subways.
There's actually quite
Subways.
a bit.
There's like when I go down my
you could
street,
be in the middle of nowhere and
there's
there's a Subway there.
There's like 3 more. If you're in a major city, there's like 3 Subways in your house. There's too many.
Yeah,
Subways.
I worked at 2 Subways.
Well,
so you worked at 2 Subways? Wow.
Yeah, my mom worked at 2 Subways. Like they're everywhere. When you work at Subway, they're gonna work at multiple because each owner, like each franchisee, has like 18 different Subways.
I do have one more question. Do they tell you to not put a lot of toppings on? Because I feel like there was like a cutoff point. There was a time like maybe 15 years ago where they would pile on the toppings like
that is true.
And now when I go there, it's like they trickle. It's like 4 olives on the sub. It's like, what are you doing? Like, can I have more, please?
Yeah, it depends on the manager, but my manager was very strict, and you had to put 3 olives on a 6-inch, 6 olives on a foot long, and if she caught you putting more, she would write you up. I kid you not. So the only way you could put more is if the customer specifically asks for more, and you could only put 3 more at a time. So that that's why they're super stingy with it, because they will rip you a new asshole. Yeah. No, it's a conspiracy. It was actually really fucked up because we would just like set ourselves up to be bitched out by customers who were like, "The fuck is this?" It's like, sorry, manager's right there just watching, gawking. It was
counting the olive slices. That's ridiculous.
Literally, we'd get chewed the fuck out over olives.
That's insane.
Yeah.
This is the best Subway coverage on the internet right now.
No one else has this.
Also, I knew Jared was a pedophile before anyone else because we had a big cardboard standee in our store, and it would just give me really bad vibes. That's how I knew. Just seeing that and how creepy it was.
He was a creepy-looking motherfucker, I gotta say.
Absolutely. Yeah. Middle-aged women loved him, though. Like, I was like 16 years old, and these middle-aged women would come in. They'd be like asking me about the Atkins diet and shit. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck any of this is. But I remember like they just talk about how much they loved Jared, and they wanted to be like Jared, and he was an inspiration. And I'm just thinking,
really?
Not the best. Yeah. Oh, it was like culty.
I guess
almost.
just because of the weight loss, I'm guessing is why they.
I think so. Yeah.
But Jared didn't love them.
No, Jared didn't.
They're middle aged, right?
Yeah,
too
he
old.
Did that.
Yeah.
Well, in other news, there are some billionaires at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, not there anymore.
Correct.
I will. One thing that I will say, I did a video about this, and some people criticized me because I was a little bit callous. I feel really bad for the 19-year-old because the 19-year-old was very clearly a victim. He didn't want to go, but apparently he went, according to his aunt,
to impress his
to
dad.
appease his dad.
God. Are you serious?
That's savage. And for the workers
so
too,
sad.
right? People who are just doing their day jobs, like no. But for the fucking the billionaire, owner of the company who was completely fine doing deregulation in order to make more profit. Well, I'm not going to shed a tear about that. And honestly, to all the people who are like constantly fucking purity testing everyone online over this, or tone policing people online over this, it turned out way better. Like to crush instantaneously, just to be like, whomp. Like that's way better than 4 days of like psychological torture under the depths of the ocean where it's 0 degrees, like 12,000 feet below. Like, no, like I would, first off, I would never do that. Okay. When people were like, what if it was your family? Like, I agree with Olay. My family wouldn't do this. On paper, this sounds ridiculous, terrible, and horrifying. I think that's why it was captivating. It's so scary. I'm still freaked out thinking about it.
Even my family who I would want to do this wouldn't do that. So just most people aren't going to be in this situation,
I couldn't get high for a few days because I was worried that I would start thinking about like, what if I was trapped down there for days? And like I was, because it was bothering me thinking about it. Like, can you so I'm glad it appears that they died like immediately. Like there was no because the thought of like, that has to be the worst way to die, right? Like if you were actually trapped in that tube for 4 days, slowly dying in your own shit. Like there is no worse way to die. I can't think of a worse way to die. That's pure torture. So I'm glad that I don't have to think about this when I'm high. Like it's absolutely insane.
Yeah. Although there's somebody somewhere right now who is probably stranded somewhere around the world as we speak. So it's always happening. That's one way to kind of
not underwater in a steel tube though. That's
true.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I guess it's possible. But this is so. I was watching a video from James Cameron was on TV talking about this, and but he's like he's like an expert in this in terms of he built his own sub. They spent 2 years in a computer model before they actually built the real model, and there's a whole industry around this that is, there's proper precautions in place. But this was the one sub where they were worried about, and they would send letters to this company. I have a quick. Well, let me play this clip. They were because he discusses here like this is the one sub that they knew there was going to be likely some problems. No, that's not it. Yeah.
Any minute now.
Always takes a while.
Oh, this was the silly clip I was talking about.
This is a mature art, and many people in the community were very concerned about this sub, and a number of the top players in the deep submersible even wrote letters to the company saying that what they were doing was too experimental to carry passengers and that needed to be certified and so on. So I'm struck by the similarity of the Titanic disaster itself, where the captain was repeatedly warned about ice ahead of his ship, and yet he steamed at full speed into an ice field on a moonless night, and many people died as a result. And for a very similar tragedy where warnings went unheeded to take place at the same exact site, with all the diving that's going on all around the world, I think it's just astonishing. It's really quite surreal. And of course,
and he discussed earlier how this is the only time where someone's actually died in a situation like this. Like they've covered this. So that the first super deep sea dive was in the 1960s. They actually went 10,000 feet down, and that was 1960, and they survived. They were fine. So there's decades of them doing these kinds of dives with proper subs, and there have been no problems because they take all the precautions. This one was all about, from the sounds of it, trying to make money. And they took all these shortcuts. They had this old game controller as the control mechanism. Logitech, like a 20-year-old Logitech controller, just ridiculous stuff.
Well, apparently the Logitech controller wasn't such a big deal because apparently that is what some of these things use. Apparently the military actually, the U.S. military actually trains people on using controllers to use drones and stuff because young people know how to use controllers really well because they play video games. The crazy thing about this is basically just the sort of ramshack way they put it together. The horrible sort of the idea that you would bolt them in from the outside. So even if they did survive, it wasn't an implosion.
Nightmare.
They somehow there's a thing where it would I don't know, a balloon type thing would bring them to the top. They would have no way to get out, and they could have even still suffocated at the top of the ocean. The whole thing. And yeah, this is the one company that, from my understanding, from my research into this over the past few days, that the whole industry was sending letters to saying you're not following our stringent safety protocols that every other company in this space does. Yeah.
I mean, you brought the topic up.
The CEO,
because I want to get to this shit. Don't matter. All y'all with all this care. Oh my god.
I actually barely doesn't matter. I agree, but it's just interesting.
I actually barely sort of tweeted about it or paid any attention to it. I thought the whole discourse around it was over the top on all sides. I honestly did not care enough to say anything about these people, nor did I care enough to defend these people. The 19-year-old story that we now know is certainly easily the most sad thing of this whole thing. Completely innocent kid basically went on this trip, didn't want to go, but it was Father's Day and wanted to be with his dad, who had this obsession with the Titanic. I mean, the whole thing is a tragedy that could have easily been avoided if literally this company followed the protocol of every other company in the space. And the to me, another takeaway is the communications. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the communications manager of this company, what are they called? Like Ocean, what are they called again?
OceanGate.
OceanGate. He had posted on Facebook his anger that he was emailing the U.S. government, like asking for help early on, or like after like a day 1 or 2 of this, and he wasn't hearing from them. And he like put a Facebook post up saying like, if I don't wake up tomorrow and hear from the people who should be doing their jobs, then this is on them, or something like that. But then if you watch these videos that are now coming out of the CEO and founder of this company, the guy who piloted the thing and is now dead, the dude was openly flaunting that he was only able to do the things he would do because he would skirt safety measures, and thankfully, because they were in open waters, no regulation. Like the dude was very libertarian, would talk about how like regulation would actually stifle his innovation, and was he literally sent like when all the other deep sea explorer companies sent a letter to them saying like, you're not following safety protocols that we have set as the standard as an industry. He was like, these protocols will stifle my ability to innovate in this space and hold us back. It was ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like this is the takeaway here. Once again, death caused by individuals who thought they did not need to be regulated by any institution, whether it be the industry itself, self-regulating, or more importantly, government regulation. Like this should never happen again.
The takeaway is how much fucking media attention will be paid to something because something happened to some fucking rich people. 5 fucking rich people decided to go do some voluntary shit and they had an accident. Niggas die every day, B. People die in accidents every fucking day. Water accidents, all kind of fucking people. 5 people did some wild fucking shit they paid an exorbitant amount of money to fucking do, and it is what it is. And also, as far as the boy, the 19-year-old being sad, yeah, but that's propaganda. The only reason why that story comes out and they start coming out with all repeated stories focusing on the 19-year-old is after people start saying, hey, look at all this wild, obscene amount of media attention y'all are giving to this shit because they're rich. So then they switch focus to, hold on, okay, there is something that you can justify caring about and feeling sad about. That's all it's about. And people eat it the fuck up. Move on. We don't need no these deep dives into the company and all this, la 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 la.
I mean, I totally agree.
Coverage is if it's covered as like a tragedy, yeah, I agree with you. But I do find Binder's takeaway to be interesting here. Like if like that's.
I'm not talking specifically about like deep sea exploring. I mean, as a whole, this should be generally. This should be a takeaway on the whole anti-big government, Big Brother, like the whole libertarian thought process where regulation stifles innovation that we hear every single day. There should not be a single self-driving Tesla on the fucking road right now. Like, this is exactly what I'm like. This whole thing, it all comes together in terms of we let these companies, we let these rich people, we let these people who think they are innovators and the future technologists and creating a world that we will, all this bullshit that we hear, we let them run rampant under the guise that they are too smart for us. We can never understand them. So we must let them break the rules. There shouldn't be rules for them to break. It's bullshit. These people are no smarter than anyone else. In fact, I would say that a lot of these guys are dumber than the average person based on what we've seen over and over and over again. These people need to be regulated
billionaire brain
time and time again so they cannot cause harm. I mean, just think about all the time and effort that was taken away too, looking for these 5 people who went on a tourist trip down to the Titanic that could have been used for literally anything else. Like this without a doubt cost tens of millions of dollars to throw all these countries. I was looking at the list of countries, UK, Canada, the US, sending out fighter pilots and ships and rescue, the amount of money we spent. And then we're going to hear hear about all this sort of bullshit about, oh, too much money's being spent on this welfare program and this social safety net program. Bullshit.
Yeah. In terms of the money that Canada was putting forward too, like just for context, there's still 27 reserves, like indigenous reserves in Canada, that don't have clean drinking water. And yet we mobilize so quickly for things like this. And there was people online who I was arguing with because they were all just like, why are you making fun of this? How could you say that? These are people's families. Like one of those motherfuckers turned out to actually hunt humans. I don't know if you saw that story. Someone who was like fucking tone policing people online actually spent money to like hunt people in a forest, like with a paintball gun or something like that. And then I would respond to people like,
oh wait, you talking about Ben Dreyfus?
Yeah, that dude. Like, what the fuck?
He's literally the son of. He's literally the son of Louis Dreyfus, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
The dude from Richard Dreyfus. I'm sorry, Richard Dreyfus.
Yeah. Oh,
the guy from Jaws.
Wait,
is that the dude that stuck a gerbil up his ass or something?
That's
Richard Gere. That's
Richard Gere.
Yes.
Wrong Richard.
Yeah.
Don't
catch a
that
stray
one.
there.
It's in the Eminem song "Fack."
Just the one last quick thing is I also was like, I was trying to steer this thing to either like talk about, like, there was not nearly as much coverage of the migrant boat just off the coast of Greece.
I was just going to bring that up. Yeah.
Right. Or if you want to talk about people dying in the US, like I think, what is it? Like 180,000 plus each year die from poverty. But it's like we got like, oh, think of the billionaires, you know. And then you.
I will say I get why it received media coverage, like the idea of people going down to the Titanic to explore. I mean, we always get these weird, unique situations that have happened, like the Thai boy soccer team who got caught in that cave, that got a lot of attention. The Chilean miners who got trapped underground, that got a lot of attention. In both those cases, we're not talking about rich people. I think these sort of unique one-offs that happen every couple of years that boggle the mind because they're so unique and out of the blue and out of the ordinary. I mean, I think that's what drove a lot of the media coverage in general. But a lot of the takes on this were just ridiculous.
I agree, but it is still frustrating. Like going back to Olay's point, that was kind of my angle. If you watched my video on it, that the media coverage on this was so infuriating, especially considering like the migrant boat that Lance brought up. It sunk off the coast of Greece, and there were like anywhere between 750 to 800 passengers on it, and there were 104 survivors that they found. They found 78 bodies. So you're talking about a massive tragedy. And I put a little comment underneath my video asking people, how many of you even heard of this? And a lot of them said they did not. So it's just, it feels frustrating. You know, and again, like we live in a capitalist system where sensationalist stories, they're going to get the most play, obviously. They want the most eyeballs. But it is really sad. And it just makes you like see how this idea that rich people's lives are inherently more valuable is just reinforced again and again. Even if it's not explicit, like we can be primed to think of it in this way. And I think that is really sad. But
I mean, they literally criminalized saving those migrants in certain countries.
It's so fucked up.
Like it's like people who go out on their own with their own boats to help rescue people and stuff. Like there's literally a case right now. I forgot the woman's name. She's like well known for going out there and helping migrants trying to cross via boat and helping them and saving them and things like that. And she's like up for trial and faces like decades in jail or something like that in Germany, I believe.
Yeah, it's sickening. One thing that I will say about this story that is undeniable is that the stepson of the billionaire throughout all of this, my mind was just blown. So I only knew about him going to see Blink-182 and him just basically saying, this is what my family would want. I didn't know there was so much more lore with this guy and how like 30 minutes after asking for thoughts and prayers, he's asking an OnlyFans model to sit on his face. He's getting into back and forths with Cardi B, apparently, which by like Cardi B's Instagram. Okay, I just have to. The one thing that stood out to me was that she had the filter of the Titan hugging her as she's talking about this serious thing. That to me was just beautiful. But like that part of the story is so fucking wild to me. That's almost more interesting than the sub story itself, where we're talking about like sensationalist angles, just because this dude is absolutely psychopathic.
I mean, if anyone doesn't know, sorry, go ahead, David.
I was going to say, if you didn't follow this, essentially the stepson of the billionaire who was on that sub, he posted on Facebook that he he was at the Blink-182 concert with a picture from smiling in front of the merch table and said, my family would want me to be here. Like, look, it's one thing to go to the concert because what are you going to do? You can't save them. But to post it on Facebook with a smiling photo of you in front of the merch table and talk about how they want you to be there is a little, you're a sociopath. Like, how can you possibly do that?
Oh, and
That's
he
wild.
was tagging Blink-182 on Twitter. Hey, it's a tough time, but I'm still here at the concert. It's like, brother, you're clout farming during this. When, for all you know, your stepdad is suffocating right now. You're sitting here trying to farm clout online. Holy shit.
And that's what Cardi B said so well, because she was like, I don't get this. Yes, absolutely, you should be at home staying by the phone right now. She's like, I would rather be poor and loved than rich and whatever the fuck this is. And I like bars. Like she was so on point.
I mean, I think it's. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it seems like the age of this guy. And the fact that it's his stepdad, it seems like a situation where like his mom married when this dude was already like in his teens, if not already a young adult, if not only already a full adult, however the hell old he is. Doesn't seem like
But to use it to try to get Blink-182 to notice you, and try to get an OnlyFans model to notice you.
He's the guy Blink-182 is singing about when Tom said in All the Small Things, always, I know you'll be at my show.
And he was. It was a prophecy. The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Oh my God.
Watching, waiting, commiserating.
I forget the rest of that line. Watching, waiting.
I made this joke.
Commiserating. Say it ain't so. Okay. I will not go.
I made the joke on Twitter that when he was at the concert, the line, "Where are you?" hit extra hard. You know, if he actually did care about his dad, you know. Well, you're
by the
going
way,
to say
he's a massive creep.
Yeah, that's. I mean, nothing about this guy is noteworthy. It was like a sideshow, internet sideshow, meme type thing for people to spend time on. But yeah, this guy's a weirdo. He's
banned from EDM festivals. Excisions banned him for like terrorism and like trying to threaten women and stalk them and say he's gonna like put them in danger and stuff like that.
I didn't know about all this. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he's a massive creep.
Jesus.
Yeah. Illenium even spoke out against him.
Yeah.
Just insane. He's on the radar of the biggest EDM artists, apparently.
Yeah, the dubstep lords.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me. Yeah, we live in a very wild world, and fail sons, it's a thing for good reason. Even though he's, that was his stepdad, still a fail son, still qualifies. Like one of the best examples of fail son.
Mike, I think you had something before. That's why I'm waiting for you to talk. You're
like,
got
really
speaking
silent
of this.
For a second. I got really silent for a second.
Well,
that's all for tonight, everyone. Have a good night. Enjoy your week.
I was going to go into like a staring contest to see who talks first. I feel like we should do that next time we get.
You talked earlier, so I was like, he's got something.
Olay, Lance just both left. All right, I guess we're doing this. Take care, everyone. Have a good week. It's the David Dole show.
Yeah, what else happened this week? There was quite a bit of stuff.
I thought you had something because you're like going to move on. You're like going to transfer to a different topic. You were going to segue.
When I did want to segue, it was to the sun. I definitely wanted to talk about
the sun. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So we're covered there.
I also got this.
Mike was like, I got something important to talk about.
The sun.
The sub guy's Blink-182 fan son.
Well, we can talk about this if you want. These stories just frustrate me because it's like nothing's gonna happen. So as ProPublica writes here, Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito took a luxury fishing trip to Alaska with billionaire Paul Singer, whose hedge fund then had repeated business before SCOTUS over the years that followed. Alito never discussed the trip or recused himself from Singer's cases. Alito wrote a defense of himself in what was the outlet again? I forget, but it was a conservative outlet. And his defense is, well, the plane seat, the seat on the private jet was going to be empty anyways. So it wasn't really my seat. I was just sitting there because the seat was going to be empty. Like that's his defense. Like how
whomst amongst us doesn't get presented with the opportunity to take a seat on a private. It happens to me all the time. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
It was the Wall Street Journal. He wrote it because he knows this is coming out. He didn't respond to ProPublica, who did the piece, and so he had his own defense of it, and that was his defense. That there was an empty seat. Like, and nothing's gonna happen. Like clearly he should not be on the Supreme, as Thomas should not be on. And what are they like? What's gonna happen? Nothing.
Yeah, of course. That's what makes it so frustrating. It's just the inherent hopelessness that you feel when you keep seeing story after story after story of corruption on the Supreme Court, and they won't even adopt a binding code of ethics. It's just insane. And also, don't forget Gorsuch, by the way, who didn't disclose that the law firm that purchased his property that was sitting there for years until he was confirmed to the Supreme Court. He just mentioned that his property was sold, but he didn't disclose who bought it. It was a law firm with business before the Supreme Court. So not as serious, obviously, as the Alito and Clarence Thomas stuff. But I mean, it's just there's no transparency. There's so many conflicts of interest and them refusing to recuse themselves. But yet at the same time, shit's going to happen. So, it's frustrating to read these stories because it's not surprising. It just... it's happening, but when you have the information, what do you do with it?
And then there was a story that came out. I don't remember if it was just came out this week, like in contrast to the Alito story, or if it was an older story that people dug up. But apparently, Justice Kagan was worried about a bagel lunch breaking campaign finance law. Not campaign, breaking whatever finance laws the Supreme Court has to file or whatever. Whereas the conservative justices are going on private planes and taking fancy trips and who knows what else.
Going to the Nazi guidance.
But then the ones considered the liberal justices are worried about like bagels.
A bagel.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if things were flipped and this was like a liberal justice doing this shit. Like the right would be free. I bet you they would be able to get them removed from the bench. Like they would take the steps and you'd get Democrats on board because they're justified. Like 100%. I think they'd be able to do it.
I mean, it's also a perfect like encapsulation of the liberal mindset too. Like, I mean, probably shouldn't be worried about bagels. And then also working side by side with these guys in a way that, what's her name? RBG was always such good friends with Scalia, and there's those photos of them like on elephants together, and but Scalia had no problem, deciding the way he would decide, and then RGB would go out there and defend him as a smart mind and a good friend. It's bullshit. It's all.
I have to I need to stress this. I hate RGB so much. The picture that really enraged me.
Everyone's saying RGB. It's this one.
I love
RGB.
I do this too. I do this too.
It's RGB.
I too do it. I have been guilty of the same
I'm like, why am I saying RGB? But the lighting, okay.
It's RGB. Ruth Gator Ginsburg. Everyone knows. Everyone knows good old Ruth Gator Ginsburg. Justice Ginsburg.
That photograph of her marrying this couple when everyone is hunkered down during the start of the pandemic. I mean,
I didn't know she was a poly. That's new to me. She married a couple.
She married into the couple.
The couple
she was quite progressive.
Married?
Yeah.
The lesbian couple?
No, it was a straight couple. It was
the one during the pandemic, like weeks before she died.
Oh well, she married my friend Shauna, who wrote the Notorious RBG during the pandemic.
Oh really?
Lockdown,
really?
So.
Do you have any additional details about this?
Can you tell the story?
Because I'm very interested.
I can find the photos. Shoot, let me go on Shauna's. Let me text Shauna. Let me find the.
Yeah,
pictures.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, Shauna wrote the Notorious RBG. She's a public defender at the Legal Aid Society.
Okay.
We were just talking about how much we hate RBG. So she might not want to tune in.
What are her thoughts on RBG not retiring early enough?
She knows it didn't age well. She's aware.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
Oh, Shauna, she wrote it with Iron, right?
Yeah.
Right.
RGB.
It is a little bit weird that we were just talking shit about RBG. And Olay's like, oh, my friend wrote that book that made her a legend. Let me let her know you're all talking shit.
Send her over to the podcast.
Now we have notorious ACB. Quite the trade.
Oh man,
the Supreme Court of the USA is deeply upsetting to me, though. I genuinely don't understand why there's this authority put into the magic, team of people who are supposed to conjure these secret documents from before, from the perfect times, and then suddenly summon rulings. And aren't two of them sexual assaulters? Isn't one of them a cult member for some weird religious thing? Aren't like a bunch of the rest of them these aren't upstanding citizens? These are the people that we're supposed to protect our children from, and they're the highest law of the land. It kind of gets me.
Yeah, I mean,
I sent pictures to the chat, to the group chat.
It's worth giving context that Canada doesn't have. I mean, we have a Supreme Court, but it's not.
Oh, we do.
It doesn't have ultimate power the way that the American one does, and it's. I mean, this kind of whole media hoopla around who's going to be paid, that's not really a thing here. And I can't think of any other major country that really has at least in the same way that the US does. There really is all this ultimate power in the hands of these few individuals. Of course, they're going to be corrupt individuals. You can't give these people that much power. It's crazy.
I don't want that much power. I would abuse it. I'll be straight up. No human being should have that. Okay, I'll gall them so fast.
Yeah,
don't give me that power.
Yeah, and even if you don't be evil, it's just such a large amount of responsibility. You are in control of decisions that will affect people's lives, kill people. Yes. It's just, who would want that responsibility? To have that power, it's a curse, I feel like. But yet you have so many power hungry people who are thirsting at just a fraction of that power. And those people are very scary. Because we need more people who don't want power to have power.
I agree. And here is one of those scary people. This is the photo. Here's who we're just talking shit about. Here she is marrying Olay's friend. Very nice.
Interesting. Well, no disrespect to Olay's friend. We just don't
no disrespect at all.
No.
Yeah,
actually, if nothing, amazing. Congratulations.
Honestly, it would be cool to have a SCOTUS justice marry you, for sure.
Yeah, no,
it's just funny that
it's a powerful.
The one you brought up, during the pandemic, that's why that was a story. Is because it was during the pandemic, while you're all shut down, and here they are at this wedding.
Yeah, I'm sitting that's the stage, if I'm remembering correctly, where we're fucking wiping down our groceries. I'm triple masking up, not seeing my own. I did not see my mom for months after my dad just died. That's how serious that was taking this shit. Sorry. And you have fucking RBG marrying people maskless. I'm sorry, but if that were my grandma, I'd slap her across the face. That's not okay. And I don't support elder abuse.
You would not, just to be clear, you would not actually slap her across the face.
I couldn't slap an old lady, but I would
metaphorically
feel it, right?
Metaphorically.
I would vocalize strong disappointment in my grandmother if she did something. Yeah, although my grandma did stupid shit, so I can't talk.
Well, it's one thing for your private citizen grandma. It's another for somebody who is a member of the Supreme Court. They're watching your every move.
It's what finally took down Boris Johnson, just hosting little secret parties behind the scenes while everyone else was having a hard time. That shit, people take that stuff seriously. Yeah. It's a great betrayal of society.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, someone was asking, and I don't know if y'all know about this. Apparently, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert are battling right now because they're both trying to beat each other to introduce articles of impeachment for Joe Biden. But now they're going on that apparently they plagiarized each other. No, those are my articles of impeachment. No, they're my articles. And I don't know if you knew anything about this, but chat was asking if you could elaborate.
I didn't read about it because I just heard that. I heard that. I guess MTG called.
Oh yeah, you
Lauren
little
Boebert
bitch.
a name.
That's right.
I heard about that.
Yeah, you little bitch, quote unquote. By the way, this is not me, not my words, but yeah.
Yeah, and if you're wondering whether or not this is something that she actually said, if this is just hearsay, no, she confessed to it in an interview with I don't remember who. She said actually, she's been a little bitch to me. She said it to the magazine that she was talking to, and it all stems from Marjorie Taylor Greene being butthurt that Lauren Boebert kind of one-upped her and introduced her own Biden impeachment when Marjorie already introduced one. And then when they were asked for comment, Boebert was like, I'm not going to comment on that because I'm not in high school. It's like, motherfucker, you're like one of the most immature members of Congress. Don't pretend as if this is beneath you. Come on. I just can't handle it.
The stakes are so low. The stakes are so low.
Like this
You'll never
bullshit.
Succeed.
Right. This resolution isn't going to go anywhere.
She's been introducing this since she came to office. She's always introducing articles of impeachment. It's like a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Funny.
So for her to get like outraged about it is just genuinely hilarious. And this isn't the first time, by the way, that they have been battling each other. Like there's a video of them arguing on the House floor, by the way. But apparently like a year ago, Marjorie Greene, I think it might be other way around, but one of them confronted the other in the bathroom. They got into like a heated spat and then left. And somebody, like some Democratic congresswoman, heard them screaming at each other. So there's going to be a time when they actually start like throwing some fists. And I'm here for it, honestly. Maybe they should be in the cage match and not Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
No, I want Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes. Oh yes,
I want Mark. I don't care enough about Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Smoked meat. So yeah.
Before we talk about that cage match, I just want to point out like the stark difference between the Republicans and the Democrats when it comes to this specifically, because you have like the squad, they stick together because they're actually fighting for specific issues, right? They want to accomplish things for people. Meanwhile, on the right, it's all about careerism. That's what it's purely about. So that's why they have these kinds of spats. Like MTG and Lauren Boebert, who should be on the same side, generally, are having these fights because it's all about furthering each other's careers. Like that's it. And it really shows you the clear difference between those two sides there.
Because if you're the one whose impeachment resolution actually gains steam, I mean, you can boast about that forever, right? And that's what this is about.
What are they even impeaching Biden? Like what like I don't like Biden either, but
that's the best part. That's the best part. They want to impeach him, at least the Boebert one, for his handling of the border crisis. So we have an open border, even though he's basically doing fascism at the border. Like they are fascistic policies, but they're mad that he's not more harsh. It just the world is very, very stupid.
Not
so
cool
a
enough.
difference of opinion on policy is an impeachable offense? Like just so incredibly bizarre.
Yep.
I used ChatGPT to write an article of impeachment in the style of Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it looks like it's actually pretty easy to introduce an article of impeachment. it pumped out, like some people in chat were like, that looks kind of legit. I was like, really? Oh, I don't know anything about this, but sure. Cool.
You know what? We should do a ChatGPT written episode of Leftist Mafia. They did this on H3 and it was pretty amusing, where they had like a dialogue between all of them. I wonder what it would generate for us. I don't know if we're big enough for it to
I don't probably not, because there's not enough material to go off of, really. I mean, I guess there is, but it probably doesn't know who the hell we are. So
probably
you guys are both like half a mil. It should recognize you. Should pick up some humanist reports and some.
I don't know.
Nationals.
It would have to, but we don't write a lot. Like it would have to, like the AI, I guess, would have to properly read the transcripts, and the transcripts are often, or the captions are often incorrect. Like, so I'm not even sure if it, like, is that what it goes off of? Captions from your videos?
Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly.
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, because I don't know. That's weird.
What I am sure about is that Mark Zuckerberg is going to crush Elon Musk very soon in cage match.
I hope
I
so.
do have to say, like, if Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk go ahead with this, Mark Zuckerberg has the opportunity to basically commit the ultimate like PR makeover. Every previous every previous crime that Facebook and Meta have ever committed will be forgiven. Will be forgiven. Like he has an opportunity here to do something that no other CEO or billionaire has ever been able to do, and that is become a hero for the everyday.
Absolutely, yes.
For the everyday American, for the everyman.
Yeah, I want to just encourage Mark Zuckerberg to grow out his nails, scratch them, get real dirty with it. Don't follow the rules. Go crazy.
Yeah. Oh no, get really feral. I want you to live off smoked meats, all them smoked meats, and I want you to live in like a cocoon of really shitty Elon Musk tweets and woven up, and then just I want him to be released. Like he's like so far gone at that point that he doesn't even speak in English. He speaks in code or something, and just like devours him. I can't wait.
So like bite his fucking neck.
Yeah.
Apparently, apparently Zuckerberg is actually trained. He's actually
Oh,
trained
he
in
is,
Brazilian.
yeah.
Oh no, he
Brazilian
fights.
jiu-jitsu. He's like won
He's a
tournaments.
Oh yes, no, he is proficient. Absolutely.
No, 100%. I would love to see Zuckerberg beat the fuck out of Elon Musk. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. Team Zuck out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The age difference is a little upsetting. It's isn't it like 30 something to 50 something?
There's like at least a 20-year gap. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you see, this is what's gonna happen, okay? Because even when we're
Also,
rooting
I'm pretty
for a
sure
billionaire-
Zuckerberg is like a weight class or 2 or 3 below.
That's
oh, okay. Right.
Didn't you post that photo of Musk, Bender?
Oh yeah, Musk is a very large
man.
barrel-chested man. Yes.
Oh, the one
emphasis on the barrel.
Yes.
Listen, this is how it's gonna go. Okay, they're gonna get into the ring. They're gonna be introduced, and then Elon Musk is gonna take off his shirt, and immediately, Mark Zuckerberg will be incapacitated because he'll be blinded by Musk's very white
by
body.
the light.
Yeah, he won't be able to see. And once that happens, that's when Elon Musk is gonna pounce.
And as because scroll down. This is what Benny Johnson posted earlier today.
Oh my god.
Like Elon Musk doesn't look like that. He's not
Yet.
Conor McGregor's body.
Yet.
Also, I mean,
look at the crowd. I just noticed the crowd there behind him.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
Is that an alien? Is that
Like
one of the SJWs
liberals that I guess are supposed to be
in
on
2016?
Zuckerberg's side. Which why would Warren be on Facebook's side? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Right, in AOC.
AOC, like what?
Is that the
Yeah,
CEO
AOC's
of
there.
Google?
Yeah, the 2016 Trump scream. is
No,
in the
that's
corner there, right?
that's the former CEO of Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is so fucking
So ridiculous.
They're such fucking boomers.
The epic.
Jesus Christ.
The epic.
Oh,
memes.
I can't. I can't.
But that's, I mean, to steal
this
a
is
line
very
from
alien.
to steal a line from Trump. Just look at that photo of disgusting protruding nipples.
Very
Trump's words,
disrespectful.
not ours.
All right.
I just don't know how
All right,
your
that's
body
enough of
is
that.
like that. That's not normal. That's not a normal human body. I'm sorry.
He must have swallowed something large and it just stayed there. I don't know. It's like one of those cartoons, like when the coyote swallows, like like a piece of dynamite, just like the size of him.
Yep, the anvil or something, and you see it in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, yeah. Yeah,
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
will. That's one fight that I will absolutely watch, and I'll be rooting against both
100%.
of them. But if I have to pick, it's gonna be
We all
Zuck.
win.
I'm sorry.
We all win.
Yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I saw a lot of like articles like, oh, they agreed to do it. I mean, Musk joked about it. Then Zuckerberg clearly got very excited at the opportunity and was like, when and where? Let's do this. And Musk is continuing to sort of joke about it.
There's no way Musk is doing it.
I believe Zuckerberg wants to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't bet on Musk following through though.
No.
Mm-hmm. So other
Olay,
big
what's up?
news this week.
Olay, are you all right? What's going on?
Nothing is wrong with me. I don't know why. Nothing is wrong with me. I told you my back was hurting before this episode started. My back is still hurting.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
checking.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, she's not feeling great.
I'm all right.
When you hit 30, eventually, that's
Next
all
month.
the time.
I'll be 30 next month.
Oh, well, that's why your back's hurting. That's a normal
I was
thing.
gonna ask you, Olay, do you turn 30 on the 30th episode? Because that would be so amazing.
I turn 30 on July 27th. So whenever that is.
Okay, shit.
Yeah. Whenever that is.
We were this close to having like it sync up. That would be a very
Like
fun
a month
episode.
away. That'd be
Yeah. We could just
That's
we
on
can
Thursday.
skip 30
That's on
and go
Thursday.
straight to 31 next week and then 32 and go back to 30 on your 30th birthday. I feel like that would be worthwhile because it would be fun.
I bought my trip last night. Finally, I bit the bullet and paid for a trip for so my friends could finally know I'm serious. Go get
Nice.
something. So we're gonna go to Puerto
Hell
Rico.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Puerto Rico's beaches suck though, but it's easiest. I please don't get offended. Y'all know it's true, Puerto Ricans. I love the place. Y'all know it's not your fault. It's America. It's America's. But I don't feel like going to the Bahamas first to be bothered with the embassy and all of that different stuff to leave the country. I can't do 2 trips between now and then, work wise. I work too much to do it. So
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico it is.
You got to do something big because 30 is important, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And my friends are gonna come. It's gonna be lit.
Good.
That's
good.
dope.
Yeah. I didn't do anything for my 21st birthday, but I did celebrate my 30th birthday.
I had a trash boyfriend my 21st birthday. And I didn't really do nothing. I did my best birthday was my so I'm 29. It wasn't my 28th birthday. Me and a group of my friends went to Vegas. Fried the whole trip.
Was fun.
It was
Nice.
The minute we got from the airport, we took like a limo to the dispensary. It was the best trip.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember singular birthdays like that. The last birthday I remember that I specifically did something was when I was 16. I went to CBGB's because that was the age to get in. Like the day of my birthday.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is that?
Oh my God! Wow, it's the infamous home of punk rock in New York City. It closed in 2006. But that's where like the Ramones, the Talking Heads, all those bands got their start.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Wow, you guys don't know? Okay, I feel weird now.
I've never heard of it.
Wow.
But that's cool though.
It's like very famous.
I've heard the name. I'm just not in the scene, so I don't know.
I think my best birthdays are 28 and 26. Except on my 26th birthday is when I learned. I thought I'd never blacked out before. I didn't know that could happen to me. And then how I realized that I had blacked out, which scared me because I know drunk me. She's reckless, right? But like I know who she is. She wants to ruin my life, but I know who she is. She's not foreign to me. But blackout me is a bitch I don't even recognize. And she is destructive. And I didn't even know she was real. And so I was so scared. Like, what else don't I remember? How I heard the story. The last thing I remember is like being on the street next to my friend, like puking on the street. That's what I last recall. Now this is what I heard from this guy I was talking to at the time. We don't talk my business. I don't know. My phone must was dying. Blackout me must have texted him from my boy's phone or whatever, right? Man comes all the way down here, right? Like, and oh Lord, poor guy. I heard every version of the story as the night continued to unfold throughout the like next following months. I just kept hearing a new add-on to the story. I'm like, she did what? She is me. She said that. Oh, she said that. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why she would act that way, but I do remember feeling real bad. The first thing he told me, because at first he was trying to hold back what a nightmare blackout me was. But the man liked nightmare, so. But I think the first thing I must have said to him, I asked him like, "Oh, look, what do you want to be like, or what did you like want to do, or something, right? Like, what are your dreams or something?" So he was used to like manage a restaurant or some shit. But I think he started telling me his dream was like he'd gone to college, he wanted to be in a musical. That's why he moved to New York. And blackout me. So he's in the middle, man's in the middle of his dreams, professing his dreams, and blackout me is like, yeah. Well, you ain't doing none of that shit. So I think you should. I can see that for you. Like, that's what you need to do. That's why I was giving it up all night, like cutting people off, like, you full of shit. Why are you doing that? You full of shit.
That's so cold.
But that was a great birthday.
See, I wouldn't have taken you for a confconfrontational drunk person.
I'm
like
not confrontational. I'm mad
just blackout
during all these interactions. I am giggling. I am delightful with my records.
I pictured you as like a very lovable, like drunk who's like hugging everybody. That's how I am.
I'm a speech. I'm a monologue about it. It depends on the drugs, but like weed. But I will give you a monologue to my friends, like, "Oh, I love you. I this. I blah blah blah. I'm a real call my friends. Oh, I love you so much. That's exactly how I give it up. However, blackout to me. Okay, I said that's drunk me, and really even, but blackout to me is just like everything that I've ever thought about everything that's happening that I filtered through, because you're not supposed to tell people you every thought. Fuck all that. Let's really tell you that wasn't making no sense. You should do that. You full of shit. You're a liar. Like I just like,
that's funny.
I'm grinning from ear to ear. That's how I give it up. Yeah, I'm real happy. I'm just on bullshit though. I'm reckless, and I Irish exit just in general. Like that's drunk, sober, any kind of I'm an Irish exiting bitch. But blackout, I'm running around doing chaos and disappearing. Like, so yes, and that's why I smoke instead of drink.
Yeah, I can't. The older I get, the more difficult it is for me to drink. My body can't tolerate it. I'm an old man. It sucks.
Yeah, same. So I smoke.
Just stick with the weed.
Yeah.
I can't smoke as much because I've been getting anxiety lately. But when that's over, I'll be back because that I
just
feel
change
fine.
the strain. Change it to. Do you normally what you smoke normally? Indica or sativa?
I usually try to get hybrids. But indica if I have to choose between one or the other. But yeah, sativa, usually gives me more anxiety.
I find like sometimes they work different than what they're supposed. Like sometimes I get more anxiety from indica, which is weird.
Oh really?
I feel like I'm not supposed to. Like this is not working right. But it's like if I'm on one too long, then I'll switch to the other one. Then it or switch back and it works better again. And then oftentimes like it's going to take like a break. Like I take like a week off when I can, and then I come back and it feels better because there are points sometimes where I'll smoke every day, every night, and I get in this place where I don't think I'm sleeping properly because I just don't feel like I had a proper rest. And I looked this up, and apparently, if you smoke a lot of weed, you don't actually fall into proper deep sleep. So meaning you never actually get the rest that you're supposed to get. So I've noticed when I've stopped for like a week or 2 weeks or more that I get proper sleep. So I try to like really pace myself now with it because otherwise I'm not going to sleep properly and I just don't operate.
If I don't smoke as much weed as I do, no one else will rest. Because
it's in the comments.
See, I really enjoy sativa. I have so much fun. I'm such a goofball with sativa, but I get so much fucking anxiety. It just sucks. I'm a mess.
That's where indica. You're supposed to smoke indica hybrids.
Yeah, hybrids are probably my favorite. It's the best balance. But yeah, I haven't smoked in like probably 3 or 4 months.
Oh wow.
It's gonna hit you good then. Get back on it.
I'll probably have a panic attack, but it'll be worth it.
Have you ever tried
sure to do with like other people,
so
you're not like alone with your thoughts. Like
yeah, for sure. I've tried CBD. It helps me sleep a little bit, but it not the same really, But I have some like CBD. Yeah, I have some CBD gummies, but I just don't get the benefits, like the really good sleep and the relaxation, unless I smoke it. And that's relaxation after the panic, because there's always the panic, and then afterwards it's like, okay, let's have some fun. And I'm past that, when it hits you and you're like, fuck, I'm high as shit. And then just like you cool down and you're like, okay, now I can smoke some more. But yeah.
Poor Bender is completely lost in this entire conversation.
I know, I feel bad for
you. We're so bad. Sorry. All right. Let's get back to politics.
I don't put poison in my body.
How about cryptocurrency? Elon Musk.
Actually,
as I down a Coca-Cola, I don't put poison in my body.
That's the worst of all the poison.
Yeah,
sugar like that.
Sugar.
I don't have a problem. Yeah, it's regular Coke. I would never drink that diet shit.
That's shocking to me.
A lot of sugar though.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite. I don't drink diet. I'm actually, maybe people can't tell because I always sitting down when you see me streaming, but I'm kind of skinny. I mean, I don't.
So you could like gain a few pounds then.
I should be actually drinking as much regular Coke as possible. I should be trying to put on as many pounds as I can.
What kind of metabolism do you have? Maybe it is because you're not.
That's
drinking.
what I want.
You're onto something.
Yes, I have a very metabolism wise, very fast and
goddamn
strong metabolism. Yeah, I can't help it. I've tried to gain weight.
Metabolism.
I have the best metabolism. Right. I mean, I'm basically becoming Trump tonight, talking about how I'll drink this garbage. Remember when he tweeted that about Diet Coke? It was like Diet Coke company saying they don't like something about, I forgot what it was, saying they don't like me. That's okay. I'll keep drinking their garbage.
God, see, it's crazy that, because like I can't even drink like a regular Coke. The sugar from that would make me feel sick. Like my body as I get older cannot tolerate sugar, alcohol. Like I'm just a fucking mess. Like it's
the opposite for me. I'm at the addiction to to soda is so bad now that I will get a headache if I don't drink soda after a long period of time.
How many do you need a day? What's your fix?
I must down I must down 4 to 5 cans a day at the very least.
No
Every day? You have a
shit.
6-pack a day?
Yeah.
I've had friends who have had soda addictions of that intensity.
Holy crap!
I got a bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I don't put anything else. I don't put anything else in this. This temple. So I mean,
this soda-filled temple.
All soda, baby.
Soda-saturated temple.
If you want to quit drinking that shit, just start smoking and just replace it with a cigarette. There you go.
I think I'll keep drinking the soda. Yeah.
One vice to another.
Smoking. Come on, Matt. It'll cure your melancholy. Cigarettes are great.
I gotta say, I don't know about any of you, if any of you smoked before, but I am so glad I never got into smoking cigarettes, because I feel like I'm the kind of person that would absolutely be addicted and still be smoking.
Same.
I've never smoked a single cigarette. Never in my life.
Really?
I have.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of got addicted to vaping, but I stopped when I realized that I was really starting to crave it.
Easy though.
Oh,
vaping.
That's
like
the
ridiculous.
problem. I got like a really good like my nephew. He like works at a smoke shop, and he's really knowledgeable about it and stuff. And so he got me a really good vape with like this grape flavored vape juice. Oh, and I got addicted to that like really quickly, and I had to cut myself off because I realized I'm just gonna be a lifelong smoker. Like my mom and dad, they were smoking since they were like 13 years old, and there's like my mom is still smoking till this day. So I probably would get addicted as well. But yeah, I
don't see how kids today get addicted to cigarettes, because like it just seems disgusting. Like you smell gross, they taste gross, all that kind of stuff. But like with vapes, it's like, hey, do you want like cotton candy in your mouth, for the next little while? And it's like, yeah. Oh, it's waking me up. Neat. Yeah, this is great.
And then there's that justification where it's like, well, it's not as bad as a cigarette is, so that means it's okay. And it's just, it's still not good.
No. And I can still get popcorn lung and stuff.
Yeah, although I do like the taste of cigarettes as well. Like I don't really like, if I'm drinking, sometimes I'll smoke, but I haven't smoked in a while. But I could become a
taste
smoker.
of cigarettes. I can't even imagine.
Like
it's
like beer or something, you get used to it.
Yeah, like it kind of like enhances the flavor a little bit, of your drink. No, it's hard to explain. I could see myself getting addicted, which is why I'm like trying to be very cautious and I'm not vaping or anything anymore.
The more we're talking about it, the more it's disgusting. The more it sounds like a great idea right now.
So what else you guys do? What else you guys do? Coke, heroin.
Those organizations are demonetized.
Molly.
So
I would love to try Molly. I would really love to try Molly.
Oh, enough of that. Enough of that.
Molly, as in the person Molly. She's a nice lady.
Yes.
It's good, right?
I love Molly's.
No, we don't.
The person. I love all Molly's.
I was talking about
we do not want to be demonetized.
Molly Holly, great WWE Hall of Fame legend, Molly Holly.
No, I was talking about Holly, Michael Scott's girlfriend. I just accidentally said Molly, from The Office.
Oh, The Office, of course.
Yeah.
We're moving to The Office conversation.
Crack. Cocaine.
Jesus Christ.
Leftover Crack, the punk band, the great band.
I would like to try Coke once in my lifetime for sure.
Bender has a whole cup right there in front of him, so maybe he can share some of his Coke with you.
Yes, I got Coca-Cola. I love Coke.
Wait, when you said Coke, you said you've never tried it?
I've never tried. I would like to.
Okay.
You should try Diet Coke. Diet Coke is probably safer for you. You should have
probably.
Anyways, what else?
I went to too many music festivals. For this.
Really big news this week.
Partying for far too long.
Multiple people. I'm about to put my Cash App in the chat, but it's not. It's because multiple people have asked. I just want to make it clear. I'm not just putting it there. I see all of asked, so I am now.
No, go ahead.
Also, really bad timing to put your Cash App in the chat while we're talking about drugs.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, what timing that?
I mean, some FBI agent who's CIA who's watching this is like, all right, they're definitely dealing or something. This is just too much. We got to look into this leftist mafia. They call themselves a mafia too. Something's going on here. Something's going.
Yeah. Well, in other news this week, there was a huge Nintendo Direct, and there were a number of first-party releases announced. Super Mario RPG.
Very exciting.
I will. It's me and David could go off for like an hour. Yeah,
you can talk about that later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of news this week, but now I'm forgetting half of it.
I'm going back to my video catalog because there was the Elon Musk banning the word cisgender. Maybe Matt has some additional insight on if this is actually something he's going to do. Did we talk about that, or is that before?
I think we joked about it in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, listen, I actually don't think he's going to do anything about it. I mean, it's just ridiculous he said that to begin with. There's no way they could police that. All the people using that term. I mean, they don't even do anything about the people using the N-word with the hard R at the end.
Of course they don't.
So they're not going to, and that's the one that's going to affect them with advertisers. They don't even care to do anything about that. So of course he's not going to do anything about cis. I mean, I will say this: if someone like starts like all right, remember when I had the thing with James Lindsay, where everyone was sending him the photo of the Nexium sex trafficker? Right. I can picture if someone did that to a conservative who's friends with Musk, but like everyone was tweeting cis or calling them cis at the same time or cisgender at the same time.
Oh, we're talking about this bullshit.
I can picture Musk jumping in and suspending that user for harassing them specifically because of that term. But in a broad sense, I don't think he's going to do anything. I don't think they have the ability to do anything. It's just,
and the problem is that there's so many people calling him cis now that it's impossible to police. He's learning about the Streisand effect in real time. So I see people calling him cisgender nonstop. I see people calling him a straggit. He fucked up by introducing this into like the ether. He should have just kept his mouth shut.
Also, I support the idea of some people saying like, listen,
y'all keep saying that. What?
it's the F slur combined with straight. Yes.
So it's a straight.
That's why I was
slur.
like, I was like, it's both a reclamation and a reimagining.
Wait, what is the word?
Let's just say
Straggit.
Yeah.
Straggit?
Were both you not listening at the beginning of this conversation? At the very beginning of the podcast, I'm like, what the hell is that word?
And they explained it to me. I said to myself, what the fuck are they talking about? But
kids nowadays not even excited about new slurs.
Never heard of that one. Yeah. I would have made it like Saget, Bob Saget. That would have been my way of doing it.
That makes more sense, probably.
Yeah. But anyway, I caught that all. But I mean, I don't think he's going to do anything. But what I was saying was, I like the idea that some people thought, like, listen, if we can't use the term cis or cisgender on Twitter anymore, that just means Musk has officially made everyone on Twitter trans. And I think we should roll with that, where everyone on Twitter is just now trans.
Yeah.
I just like, how precious is your life that this is oppression to you? I saw Charlie Kirk being like, cis is a slur. This is the worst of the slurs.
He's a performer. He's looking for attention. That's all that is.
All of them are, though.
My favorite are the ones who are like, oh, of course cis is a slur, just like the N-word. I saw multiple people say that, but here's the thing. They're only saying one of the words. Why aren't they saying the other one? Because that's the actual slur. Like, go ahead. Say if they're both the same, then why aren't you calling it the C word? Yeah. Or better yet, I know you want to say it. Why don't you just say the N-word then? Yeah, why don't you just say the N-word then? But they know. They know that'll get them.
I'm sure they do.
Well, there's the ones that know better that are still trying to push that. I mean, people who go by their real names, that'll be the end of it for them if they are in certain industries. And so, I mean, look at what Glenn. Do you have that clip of Glenn Beck?
No.
Oh, you didn't see this? All right, let me. Okay, let me 1 second.
I hope that Charlie Kirk tries to go into the Ocean Gate sub and explore the Titanic next.
It has collapsed. It is done.
A new one.
Now.
Here you go. I got it. Here, let me send this to you. This is Glenn Beck on his show the other day. I don't know what he was thinking. Whatever you think you're about to see, you're not gonna be able to guess what you're about to see. Play this clip from Glenn Beck's show.
I'm honestly scared.
This is an ad read. This is him promoting an advertiser. Put it to the beginning quick before it plays. Okay, here we go.
Call Goldline. They're waiting for your call now at 866 Goldline. 866 Goldline. My N-word.
Stop pissing me.
What the fuck?
Back in a minute.
What?
This is.
Play it again because it's so short and I think everyone's shocked.
What? Back.
Call Goldline. Waiting for your call.
This is cringe.
Glenn Beck had a massive Fox News career that was taken off the air and has his own show, The Blaze, his own conservative network now.
Yeah, The Blaze TV. It has like Dave Rubin and other grifters.
Now at 866 Goldline. 866 Goldline. my N-word.
I don't get this outside of the obviously pretty intense racism.
I mean, I just want to remind people that this dude, when Trump was running in like 2015 and 2016, this dude came out as like slightly critical of Trump, and like liberals like Samantha Bee completely like whitewashed this guy's career, and like completely tried to work to revive Glenn Beck as like a common sense conservative. And he quickly decided that there's no money in that, because there's no audience for that. Mm-hmm. And he quickly went back. I don't think he really, I think he thought that's where the audience was going to be. I thought he thought there'd be money in it. I don't think he actually felt this way legitimately. This was a dude who was writing crazy ass racist Obama conspiracies on his little blackboard back when he was on Fox News. This wasn't a guy who was always the common sense conservative, and then he was forced to to become this. No, this is who he is.
Isn't it wild how quickly some of these liberals like Samantha Bee want to just whitewash people like this, like to erase their entire history because now you're against Trump. Oh wow, good job. Now we're on the same side. Like, yeah, it's just like same thing. It's very, I don't know. It's just
she had to explain herself for that one. It's like, well, apparently a lot of people are upset that I was, hanging out with George Bush, and some people say that he's done some bad things, but I just want to, give everyone the same opportunity that I would, like any stranger. And you're like, the dude is a war criminal. It's fucking.
Weren't they at like a football game together or something? That they were like hanging out, like they're like friends.
No, you don't have to be friends with war criminals. What are you doing?
Yeah, liberals, they just have no self-awareness.
They're all, they all got tons of money. That's why they're friends. Like they're in the same
class solidarity, baby.
Class, yeah.
Yeah. We should take some cues from them when it comes to class solidarity, but that's impossible because propaganda. And on that note, I did a video about this today. There's a meteorologist from, I believe, Iowa, who was basically bullied off the air. Really sad. So he was very good at like climate coverage, the way that he would explain it, really cared deeply about it. But he received death threats, got PTSD, and like a year after that happened, he's like, I'm out. I mean, there are other reasons, to be clear, like his family health issues and whatnot. But basically, he was bullied off the air. He was a meteorologist, so he'd do like weather reports and stuff for, I think it was KCCI in Iowa, I want to say. And the person who was like harassing him would send him letters like, oh, you're a Biden shill. I mean, just completely like a brainwashed moron that's doing the propaganda or doing, bashing at the behest of fossil fuel moguls because he's, on that propaganda shit. It's just sad.
He never responded.
He basically, from what I remember, is the dude who was harassing him only got a fine of like $105.
I would have harassed him back.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah,
like I would have really I'd have really turned up. Like it would really be a counter. It would really be a countersuit out of this world. Like I'd really give it up crazy. Right. Oh my god, I wish you would. Every person that has thought to send me like a legal aid for a while before I had to be like, y'all can't just be assuming that everybody that calls office and asks or whatever, like y'all giving them my stuff. People were like sending like hate mail and stuff to like my legal aid. They would get your like, cause there's a lawyer where you're registered, get your my office information and send hate mail. Let me tell you something. Every person was sorry. Okay, every person who sent me a fucking email to my legal aid work email, I'm like, let's get fucking cracking. I found this guy's building. I dragged him by email, put him on Twitter. Oh, he's begging for mercy. Leave me alone. You want harass who? I'm unfucking civilized. I would bully the shit out of you. You sue the fuck out of me. Emotional damages. I carry on so bad. Oh my god, demon, bad out of hell.
God, I gotta ask for Olay's advice next time I get some sussy emails sometimes, semi-threatening, and it's like I just ignore it. But it would be fun to fuck with some of them.
Y'all don't do that. I'm the only one out there bullying back the wow.
It's too much energy I gotta spend. Fuck that.
That's crazy. I'm real good with my words. I'm quick, David. It really don't take me nothing but a second.
I'm quick with the block. It's way easier. Block done.
I can do that too.
Never see you again.
I could do that too, but I could also set it off.
I just feel like most of the time they want a reaction. That's why, like, I feel like I'm giving into them when I do that. That's why I don't do that.
Some some people, right? Yeah, especially when I realize they're going to do something in the game. But so yeah, they want a reaction, but they're never prepared for the reaction they're gonna get from me. They're never prepared for that. They wanted a reaction, but they weren't ready for the reaction.
I also feel like only like you could do that in a way that I just wouldn't even know how. Like it wouldn't be worth it even for me trying. Like I don't have that. I don't know how to get back at someone that same way. Like I just don't have it.
I'd be excited. Like, thank you. I was hoping that I could take out my stress on somebody. I actually have. I'm like, yes, excellent. You started it. You don't care about my mental health. Thank you. I don't care about you. It's time to put you in the dirt.
They drew first blood. You're in the right.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I will say I do respond to Facebook messages sometimes, just because those are just a special kind of funny and unhinged.
I screenshot those. I don't respond to them, but I screenshot them because they're hilarious. People are fucking crazy on Facebook. I stopped streaming this show on Facebook because I'm like, it doesn't even allow me to like it screws up my feed in a weird way. So, but it's Facebook is a whole different animal because we're talking about they are just a different kind of audience. We're talking mostly boomers, people that are a lot of on the right. They're people.
Feral, and they don't make it easy to ban people. Like I'll have to go through these massive like ban sprees of people posting just like homophobia, transphobia. But now they made it so that way it's like a pain in the ass to ban someone on Facebook, or maybe I don't know what I'm doing. But
yeah, no, they have made it harder. It's weird. Yeah. I noticed
Did you read that new article in the Rolling Stone that's talking about a lot of the right-wing grifters, the Daily Wire types, your Michael Knowles, your Matt Walshes, all those kind of people, and then starts going into that old Media Matters study that shows that like not only are right-wingers overwhelmingly the dominant people talking about not only LGBTQ plus issues, but trans issues specifically to like an outrageous degree. Like one of the lines is down here, the other one's like, this is the right, just like that. It's also right-wing individual accounts that are also like this, like even more than trans people are talking about trans people, the right are obsessed to that degree. Like it's just outrageous.
Yeah, that's depressing.
Which brings up
y'all should watch my
right
Elon Musk in the Chamber of Transphobes video on my channel because I talk about this. You should watch that.
It's a good video.
Yeah.
And the impact they're having now is clear, as you can see from this Gallup poll. Americans' views on morality of same-sex relations has gone down for both Democrats and Republicans, but mostly, of course, Democrats.
If you actually look at that breakdown, though, the Democrat one and the independent one is pretty much in line with how it is. It ebbs and flows just a few points every few years.
That's fair. Yeah,
I think it's completely. I think it's not affecting independents or Democrats whatsoever. That's just the normal. David. It's the Republican drop off right there. That is the difference.
Yeah, because even before this latest round of propaganda, conservatives were less explicit. Like I think it was maybe mid-2022 when officially the GOP ended their tactical retreat, as Mark Joseph Stern calls it, where they would go out of their way to just normalize regular homophobia. Like there was one tweet in particular that Mark Joseph Stern shared of somebody just responding to, I think, one of these old YouTubers who was having a baby with his husband. And it was like, I don't know the method, but it was like, oh, 2 men can have a baby. Just like the casual stuff that you didn't really see since like, I don't know, the 2010s and whatnot. And so now that came back and it's just normal homophobia that you see. So like from the early 2000s, it's really crazy. So they really are able to manipulate discourse in a very profound way. Yeah, this is insane.
Right? And I saw a lot of right-wingers being like, well, Lance, this is just representational of the fact that right-wingers and right-leaning pages, such as the Daily Wire, etc., dominate Facebook as a platform. And I was like, well, thank you for admitting for the first time that it's not dominated by the left. That is true. It is dominated by right-wing sites. But with your domination, here's what you're choosing to do with it. Sure, you have the most exposure, but here's what you're using the exposure for. Like nonstop.
Yeah, and this is why it feels so loud, because they're really fucking loud. I mean, even like if you just go to the Humanist Report Facebook page, like any video, find what there's so much bigotry that it's hard to keep up with. I mean, these motherfuckers are fueling the Facebook page. Like all the ad revenue comes from these motherfuckers who hate watch, which I'm not gonna like complain about, but it's kind of wild. Like it is a cesspool over there.
I'm not on Facebook.
That's smart.
That's healthy. It's not a good place.
You shouldn't be on.
Yeah.
I've basically kept Facebook as much as I could to I feel like how it was originally set up for, just for people you actually know in real life. So my Facebook is used very differently than how most people, I think, use Facebook today.
I want to be in less contact with people, with folk. I changed my number on New Year's Day, and I've been trying to fall out of touch with folk. Like, you know what I mean? Not keep up.
You know too many people.
Yeah, so I'm like, too many people want to reach me all of a sudden. Like,
you know what's funny is back in like 2012, before I really was on Twitter and stuff, on Facebook, there were so many people, like old coworkers and like colleagues at school that I didn't want to lose touch with, that I fucking did the most disingenuous thing that I'm actually ashamed of myself for. So I made this big announcement on Facebook. I'm like, hey everyone, I'm just gonna deactivate. I don't really use Facebook that much, and then I just banned everyone or deleted and blocked all the people that I didn't want. And then I'm like, just kidding, everyone. Sorry, I just said that because I didn't want to hurt their feelings, but I don't want to be around these people. And I felt bad because I could have just like said, hi, I'm going to be cleaning out my Facebook for people, but I lied and I feel really bad about it, but it made my feed better.
Did you do like you know who Eddie Guerrero is, the wrestler? Did you do did you do like one of his like I lied, I said, like when he would say something and then okay, go ahead.
I like how wrestling is always on your mind.
Oh, I regularly compare everything to pro wrestling.
I did learn something this past week that wrestling fans are very pro-trans, which is very good to see.
Yeah.
So
CM Punk made his return to AEW on Saturday for their new Saturday show, and after the show went off the air on TV, you know, he stayed around with the tag team that he was in the ring with, and they saw a person in the crowd with a support LGBTQ youth sign, and they brought him and the sign in the ring. And CM Punk had a great speech. I don't know if you want to pull it up. It was actually probably
I'd love to see
one of the best sort of live defenses of trans rights I've seen in front of a live crowd. I mean,
in pro sports for sure.
In sports, yeah.
Listen, I recently reposted something from Pretty Cool Ice Cream. I don't know if you guys were here 2 years ago. I bought y'all ice cream. I would have done it again, but I thought y'all hated me.
I think he starts in part 2 talking about. I think this. Oh, is this just a really long video?
There's a better audio. There's a better clip. That has
let me find it really because I think it's worth listening to. It's good. Yeah. Give me a second. Oh my god, I'm never gonna find that. I didn't realize how much I tweeted this week. I was just gonna like scroll back in my feed and find it.
Let me see if this is the one. Let me see if this is it.
Oh, here we go. I found it. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Okay. There we go.
But you can't argue with stupid. That trash. And I thought about replying, but you can't argue with stupid, okay? You just don't look stupid. The reason I support trans kids, trans grown-ups, gay, straight, lesbian, whoever, is because I know when I was growing up, I didn't fit in anywhere. But it was because of the clothes I wore, what my hair looked like, the music I listened to. Those are all things I could rectify. I could cut my hair, I could listen to jazz, I don't know what. But to be somebody who's gay, lesbian, especially trans, I don't know what it feels like to be trapped in a body that I don't feel I belong in. That is why I support that. Because I know I didn't fit in anywhere until I found pro wrestling, and all the freaks and geeks in the locker room were just like me. Maybe because they're a little bit psychotic and they couldn't hold on a real job, but that's another story. Support trans kids. Support gay and lesbian rights. I want everybody to be themselves. Just do no harm to everybody else. Thank you. I love you.
That's so wholesome. I love it.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I think people have a a misconception of pro wrestling from like, the old days of like the deep South wrestling, and like you see like, rednecks at wrestling and like.
Oh, also let's be fair. I mean, the WWE has been very sexist. Like the.
Of course. No, I'm not. I'm not. But
it was
I'm
talking
about
the American identity too, like Hulk Hogan,
I'm talking about
the Hulkster
but,
and all that kind of
but
stuff.
I'm actually talking about the demographics of the fan base.
Yeah.
There was like a study that was going around like 8 or 9 years ago, even, where they like surveyed or polled all the major sports demographic fan bases, pro wrestling included, even though it's not a sport. And pro wrestling actually has one of the more left-leaning fan bases of all sports. I think the only one or that like or two that came before it was the WNBA was number 1, and then the NBA was number 2, and then it was pro wrestling. The pro wrestling demographics have changed. If you go to an event in any city in the U.S., it's literally mostly like Black and Latino people. Wrestling has a lot of women go now too. It's a completely changed demographic. And a lot of the wrestlers themselves are left leaning at the very least. A lot of them have changed as well. It's not the old school pro wrestlers that were all about being a tough guy and beating each other up for real when they wanted to like prove something to someone. Yes, some of the companies are still very backwards because they're run by very old men, but wrestling's good. That's my takeaway here for you.
Sounds like wrestling's woke, which is good.
That's right.
Love to
and they
see
have
it.
not gone broke, so it's working out.
True. Good point. Well, what else happened this week?
We can start on super chats if you want. We got 36 of them so far.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you got some more topics, I don't mind talking more. But
one thing that I did want to ask you all about was the Orcas. Somebody sent in a super chat last week asking about this, and I did a video on it. My favorite topic ever. Fucking love the Orcas. The Orcas are amazing. I can give a quick rundown, for those of you who are not aware. So the Orcas have been basically terrorizing rich people. So especially in the Strait of Gibraltar. They've been attacking these vessels. There's this dude who delivers yachts to rich people was talking about this. They're getting attacked.
What did you say? The where?
It's in a lot of them are in the Strait of Gibraltar. That's where these attacks are happening.
You mean the Straggit of Gibraltar?
We're getting canceled now.
I didn't know you just interject with a slur, Matt. Damn. But what I really love, and the best part about this, is that so they're showing up in very rich areas. So they're showing up around Martha's Vineyard, Monterey Bay. I can't say that. And also off the coast of San Francisco, near Silicon Valley. And so they're not supposed to be here. Like them being sighted in this area, very, very strange. So my theory is that they're trying to start the socialist revolution, and they're starting by eating the rich in these very wealthy areas. So they're stalking, they're doing reconnaissance currently, and they're going to be attacking U.S. elites very soon. They were attacking Portuguese and Spanish elites, but now they're coming for the U.S. Elite, and you love to see it. But on a serious note, so there's not really a consensus as to why they're actually doing this. So there's a whale named White Gladys, and she was harmed by a yacht, and so she was attacking it. And so there's this theory that maybe the other orcas are like replicating her, and they're just copying her. They also could just be fucking with the boats, like playing with them. On top of that, there's other theories out there, but there's not really. Like,
they're going right.
Don't know.
They're going right for the rudders. I heard. Like they're not like just like hitting the side of the boat. They know exactly where to go. Yeah,
right.
What's about? I appreciate it. I love it.
You're smart.
Like it feels like they know what they're doing.
They know.
Right?
They know.
Right?
Not what it feels like. You see that they're going. They know. They know. I don't know why humans think animals don't know what the fuck is up. They know.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows exactly where his food's at. They know.
I saw this tweet and I laughed. So, have you guys seen J.K. Rowling's 19.2 million yacht? And by you guys, I mean orcas. And then this person replied with this.
That is good.
Oh my god!
I want to find that tweet to retweet it. Actually,
it's very good.
I'll put this in the private chat.
There were some theories that the Orcas had something to do with OceanGate as well, possibly.
I thought that at first.
Yeah, they're not fucking around, okay? It's clear which species read Lenin, and it's not the humans, okay? You all can talk shit about theory. These Orcas are doing fucking praxis, okay? Step up, leftists.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got a kick out of that story.
It's very wholesome in a weird way, you know. I also saw that person for the Atlantic who wrote, and then everyone did the same like dad joke simultaneously. They all just like all at once were like, "Did a boat write this?" But it was like, you know, stop cheering the Orcas on or something by a guy named Stern, and everyone's like, "Stern's a boat's name. It was a boat who wrote it."
Stop cheering the as if they're listening. Like,
yeah, I
stop
know.
cheering them on as if we're encouraging them to do it. Like they're hearing what we're saying. Get the fuck out of here.
You want to know what that dude's argument was?
You won't be spared by the Orcas. No one will be.
That dumbass bootlicker, his argument basically was that, oh, well, it was defamatory. These Orcas, you know, they actually torture baby seals. It's like, okay, first and foremost, Google seal pup attacking human. Maybe the Orcas are defending us. Like, you don't know what they're doing. Not all Orcas torture seal pups. It was just complete propaganda. Yeah, I mean, come on.
I can't retweet the original tweet in that quoted tweet because it seems like that guy blocks blue checks, and I got caught in.
Oh my god!
No. You still have a blue check against your will? Are you still?
Yeah. They
get all the
officially.
Powers? Can you write super long like tweets and stuff?
I could do it all. Yeah, I get. Nice. I mean, I'm taking advantage of it now, and I try to I retweet more than ever because I have the algorithmic boost. So I use it to in solidarity with good tweeters and good tweets.
What's going on there, Matt?
You know? I've retweeted your stuff.
Okay, all right. Well,
I definitely have.
You know, those are rookie numbers.
I will.
We gotta get those numbers up.
I will.
That was the Matt Binder hustle. Did you like it? That was my bit. That was me doing the Matt Binder.
That was good, Lance. Yeah.
If anyone retweets, it's me. I have the least amount of followers out of anybody here on Twitter, which is really interesting.
I like
have the most subscribers on YouTube.
It makes sense. It makes so much
sense. It's like reverse.
It makes
but he's also got the most YouTube subscribers.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the reverse. Yeah.
You know what it is, though? I know why that is. It's because you have two accounts, David. One is for the show, one is your normal. And I think that's probably
so no one knows where to go.
Yeah, that might be part of it.
I never know which one to tag. Do I tag the Rational National? I don't do anything with the Rational National. But do I tag David Dole? He's the guy
The Rational National account is really just for posting videos, and I'll retweet news sometimes on there, but otherwise I don't really like.
Yeah, I don't use it David Dole.
Yeah, and I usually only tag David Dole because I forget that the Rational National isn't the Rational National, it's TRN show. So I'm like, what the fuck is it
because it's too long. It doesn't like there's like cutoff. Like the cutoff is like at the last letter, so I couldn't get the name.
Yeah,
and then Rational National was taken. I'm not sure who's using that. I don't think it's used, but
I feel like by now you have enough clout to commandeer that account.
What, from Elon? Like he gives a fuck? I don't think that's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, I wonder if Matt is just saying, "Oh, there's nothing I can do. I got this blue check, and Elon won't take it away." When secretly, this motherfucker is playing for Twitter. Like,
I would never give a dime. I've purposely not turned on. I've purposely not turned on like the whole subscription thing on Twitter because I don't want him to get any money from that whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I already openly said the only way I would do anything like that is if I was, you know how he said that only Twitter Blue subscribers could monetize whenever he rolls out the monetization thing. If I could extract more money from him than I would give him, only then would I put any money into Twitter. But also, I don't believe that he's ever going to run out that. First of all, I don't believe he'll ever roll out that creator thing in a way that actually makes anyone any real money, because he's already put an addendum on it where not only do you have to be a Twitter Blue subscriber to be able to monetize your tweets with ads, only other Twitter Blue subscribers will be monetizable. So you could only make money if other Twitter Blue subscribers view those ads, which is ridiculous because there's only like 700 to 800,000 Twitter Blue subscribers. You know how small and tiny that is as a monetizable user base for a platform? That's absurd. You're going to make pennies, if even that, every month. And you're going to be giving this guy $8 to make pennies. It's ridiculous.
David, right before you start the super chats, I know you want to. Can I make one quick announcement? Because I just want to say, hey, by the way, July 15th, everybody, we're partnering with Rainbow Railroad. They're an awesome organization that helps LGBTQ plus refugees globally escape from authoritarian governments like the United States. You know, if you live in a red state, they're certainly looking to help you. They've also just actually officially partnered with the government of Canada. And so they're going to be helping to get refugees into Canada from a whole bunch of places around the world, everywhere from Uganda to America, because America's kind of fucked up. So on July 15th, book it off. The rest of the Leftist Mafia is going to join us, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to reenact The Matrix. So if you have dream cast members that you want, please at me if you want on Twitter, and I'll try to make it happen. I don't know everybody, but I'll try to DM some people. And yeah, that's basically everything.
Well, since we're starting super chats, I'm gonna re-put my Cash App in everybody's comments. Okay, thank you.
You should put it in your name. I'm not sure you can now, but at the beginning, like your
Olay, why is it
Olay? You should.
Why is it? And I'm a serious question. Why is it like not a problem to be able to take Cash App, but it is a problem to get monetized?
Do you want to get started with? I mean, I could go down the immigration rabbit hole, but what I instead want to say is, now, Bender, what if it was a problem still?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you were. I didn't think it was because you're a lawyer and you would be by the book. And I'm sorry. I didn't.
If it was though,
I would feel. I didn't even think of that because you do. Because you do everything by the book. You won't even sign up for a monetizable channel. So I mean, I thought it would be okay to ask.
I gotta say, also, I heard today that Emma is going to be on Tim Pool's show. Emma Vigeland.
Oh right, yes.
Tim Pool.
Oh yeah, I'm streaming that tomorrow to watch that. Oh yeah.
I am. Yeah, that should be good. All right,
think,
first question.
I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch because I don't think he's had on anyone on the left who's not a dude. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles someone with a different perspective on the left.
Yeah.
He's already called in reinforcements, though. I think it's going to be a 2 or a 3v1.
That's how this is how this freak always does it. He always does that. Of course it is. It's going to be like,
but it's going to be all more satisfying when Emma crushes all 3 of them. Just wait.
All right, I think this is for Mike.
Oh, okay. Nashra Ali, thank you so much. Hope you guys do this earlier sometime. Going to sleep before the show starts. Would love to watch it live. Yeah, maybe in the future we'll readjust. Because it's easier for David to do it earlier as well.
That would be great, but I know
I also would be unable to. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah,
because I have a regular day job. The dream is to be like Mike and David, look up to them, hoping to one day be a full-time YouTuber. But until then, I would not be able to stream, earlier than evenings.
Yeah, maybe we could do like some special streams eventually. I mean, this is just like the first 6 months of our show, so we'll do some stuff early in the future. I'm sure, at some point.
This is Bender.
Tunbosin Oyanuga with a super chat. All the weight in the right place. Sorry, I'm a dog. I'm guessing he's talking about when we were talking about how skinny I am. No, he was obviously talking about Olay. He was talking about Olay. Just like the first super chat.
That has a whole different meaning when you say that about you, Matt.
I was wondering. I didn't know what he was talking about. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I saw that super chat came in when Olay was talking about that rude comment early on, and I was like, "You are a dog, my friend."
Thank you kindly, sir.
Kate Hartley, thank you, Kate Hartley, for your super chat. It says, "Praise Neptune." Praise Neptune.
They said that in SpongeBob.
Here you go, Bender.
Wanda, belated Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Wanda. Yes, I had a Happy Father's Day to you too, David. The two dads on this show.
Yes, Happy Father's Day to you. Yes,
thank you. Yeah. Did you? What'd you do? Anything fun?
Forgetting someone, Bender.
Are you a dad?
Oh, sorry, dad dog or dog dad.
Dad dog. I'm sorry,
Lance. I mean, come on. I'm just kidding. I'm just being insufferable. I'm just kidding.
I just hung out with my son. We had a good time. He's fun. He's 2. It's not what you really do.
Did he make you a picture? Like, did he do a little picture?
He made me a beautiful piece of art. It's behind my desk, but it's a beautiful piece of art.
Oh.
It's like a big plate, and it's Happy Father's Day, and he has his like bunch of scribbles on it.
I love that. How about you?
Wait till he's older. Well, we did a whole little weekend with. On Friday, I took my 7-year-old to go see his first independent pro wrestling show, and then on Saturday we went to Yankee Stadium to see the New York City Football Club for the first time, which was fun. So we saw a soccer game. And then Sunday spent with the larger family, like my son's grandpa, my dad, and his other grandpa, my father-in-law. And then, it was a nice little Father's Day weekend.
Nice.
Also for Bender?
Mike Thompson with a super chat. Hopefully you'll have a guest next week. Great show. Do we have a guest next week?
Yes, we do. Very, very big guest.
Who?
It's FD, right?
That's already. Wow, time flies by. I felt like it was that is at the end of June, and next week is the end of June. Jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
It's gonna fly by.
I have a big episode, my big Pride episode for my show that I'm putting out next week Friday, and I have an episode coming out this week Sunday.
Your panel, you said you recorded that on Monday, so that comes out on Friday?
Yeah, on the one I'm putting out Olay and Friends on Alert Naughty on Sunday. So this Sunday,
okay.
But then next week I have a big episode next week Friday that I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
All right.
I love the longer form, by the way, where you kind of go through different topics. I thought that was
my
great.
rants, the news, I guess.
Loved it. Yeah, that was really great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was like it. I was like, why?
It was good. It was really good.
Look at these guys over here supporting their fellow host. I love it. I love it.
You should aspire to be like us.
I should. I mean, maybe that's why you guys are successful at this, and I'm not.
You're successful.
You have more subscribers than me, Bender.
You started like 2 days ago. If you've been in this as long as I have, you'd have like 10 times.
Olay's gonna smoke us all.
I have 22, I think 22.3.
I just don't have that self-promo game in me. I'm just not that guy. I can't.
Speaking of which, Bender, I also watched your episode this week. You talked about well, now I forget, but you had a guest on.
Must be a riveting episode.
I saw part of it. The bad stats.
What hits my brain? I forget.
Had on the bad stats. Yes, talk about RFK Jr. and
that's right. Yeah.
Joe Rogan. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get some really good guests.
Starting to understand where my weakness is, being that you watched the whole 2.5 hour episode, but left with nothing. Could not even remember.
Rachel,
well, to be fair, I watched half of it. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but
okay, good. All right.
Rachel Atwood asks, "Would you ever bring on Lil Bill? He's hilarious." If you're asking me, I assume we'll learn Naughty. I plan to bring Lil Bill on Olay and Friends one of these days. He's on my list.
Also, Bender.
Tokyo Hans with a super chat. I used to only go to McDonald's like 3 or 4 times a year, but thanks to someone on this show, I've been getting some McDonald's fries to enjoy along with the show every week. Oh no, am I actually affecting my audience? This is horrible, but you know what? McDonald's fries are worth it. Enjoy, Tokyo Hans.
Well, I think they're talking about Olay, because Olay with the fries each week, it makes me want fries too.
And yet you should pay me that money then, Tokyo Hans. That is Olay 11 on
I thought it was me because I also eat like shit along with drinking soda. I eat tons of fast food all the time.
I'm so jealous, Matt, that you can just eat whatever you want. And
so am I. What the hell?
Come on.
I don't watch anything.
I have to micromanage every fucking crumb I put in my body.
I'll be honest. I'm now intermittent fasting because I don't want to be fat. Like, so
I've been intermittent fasting for 6 months now.
There are foods that most people eat that I hate. For example, cheese. I don't eat cheese.
I love
cheese.
What? I don't eat cheese. Mozzarella is the one. Aren't
you Italian?
I am half Italian.
Oh,
but, I do not like cheese.
Don't like cheese.
I don't like cheese. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why you thought me being Italian. You're right, I am. I love the cheese. Mamma mia.
That's why. That's a very interesting thing to not like cheese.
I'm also Jewish, so maybe ethnically Jewish. I'm Ashkenazi, so maybe that's Jews aren't really known for their love of cheese. So maybe that's where I get that from.
I guess so. Since that's the latest news.
What am I hearing? I'm hearing something.
To release the sex tape? Yes. Yeah.
What is that? Olay, are you watching something right now?
No.
Oh
no,
my God.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we heard
you. My fault. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I didn't know how much power there was. It was my fault. I didn't
watching celebrity gossip. Oh, I see how you do it. This is what you do now. Okay.
My editor sent me he rendered the draft version of my episode for the week. So I clicked play.
I thought we were listening to some sort of private illicit. I heard sex tape.
I was like,
I got so scared for you for a second.
No, I was like, oh no. My Olay and Friends episode for this week.
Well, to be fair, usually an actual sex tape doesn't say the word sex tape in it.
That's right. That's true.
This is true.
Oh, that's so funny. My fault. Yeah.
And for a second, I didn't know that you were watching. For a second, I was like, is Olay like on a purposeful time delay so she could record something else while she's on this show? Damn, she does the work. I mean, she is. She pre-recorded her answers for this show so she can go ahead and record something else for her show.
Yeah, Rachel Atwood asks if me and David are Portuguese. We are. Yes, we're both Portuguese. Yeah,
yes. I don't think I've ever met a Portuguese person in real life, and here I am on a show with two of them.
There you go. I've never been an Italian Jewish person, but here we go.
That's true. That's true. But you'd be surprised how common that is in New York City to find.
Oh, I imagine it is.
Yeah.
Mary Mac, this is for me. Wow, Mary Mac. I think this is for me. Yes. Thank you. Olay looks like a queen. So a perfect weight. Haters in the chat. Hope it wasn't David's chat. Well, you're on my chat, so clearly not the haters. Just the love here.
Clearly, I need to change my name in the chat to say my pay me, not David.
Yeah.
Where do I change that?
Mary will get to you. Thank you, Mary. Very generous. I appreciate it.
Mary will get to you.
This is also for me. My boo says, loving the background vibe, Olay. I dig the colors.
That was the first thing I said. I'm like, Olay, I love the colors.
Yeah, thank you, y'all. It's my light. It's normally in my bedroom.
It's very, very good. It's a vibe. I love the aesthetic colors. I love it. I've got all the blue behind me.
Wanda M says, belated happy Father's Day to you, David. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wanda. This is, I believe, Mike.
Oh, Mary Mac, $10. Love the background, Olay, lavender haze.
Thank you,
Mary Mac.
Thank you,
Mary Mac just sending the same comments to everyone in Super Chat. I love it.
Hey,
I'm feeling like Bender during my demonetization. Although for Olay,
I'm expecting you to pull up another Mary Mac Super Chat for me talking about Olay's wonderful background.
Another compliment for Olay to someone else.
Let's see if we get there. I think this is Mike.
Okay, Ingibingi 2000 with $5. All this stuff about Garth Brooks being cool and bass, does that mean Chris Gaines is a bigot? I'm not sure who Chris Gaines is.
So Chris Gaines is his other persona. He released this album as a different person. Chris Gaines. It was I thought it was terrible. Okay. But I like normal Garth Brooks. So that's.
Are you a country music fan, David?
Growing up, I loved 90s country. 90s country specifically. Everything past anything past 2000, I'm clueless.
By the way, let her hack because I know you're in the chat. Look, hold on. See? Look at my wallpaper.
Oh, yeah. That was amazing.
I love cartoon. I want to plush Bender so bad. It's so cute. It would be such a cute little plush. I love it.
I actually looked into
my day seeing
I actually looked into it just to see how
nice. How much?
There's a company that does it, but in fact, it's the company that David uses. Fourth Wall.
Really?
they make custom plushes, but you need to have 300 pre-orders for it to go on a run, and that's a lot. I don't think I have 300.
300 pre-orders for with all the thousands of people that watch Leftist Mafia between the 5 of us.
Yeah,
but specifically for a plush of me, specifically as a
but it has to be
character.
One, it has to be one person.
People.
No, it's just one.
I'm sorry. Just by yourself.
No, it's got to be 300 of just.
Raheem could get 300
Matt
plushies for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Raheem
true.
definitely could get 300 plushies sold.
Oh yeah,
I can't swear for me or us, but Raheem could do it.
Yeah, that's true. Raheem and Binder are our hope of pushing us above like that 300 threshold. Honestly,
I would buy a little me plushie. I'd buy me.
Yeah, I would buy. As narcissistic as I would buy one for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd buy.
I want the whole collection. I just put it on the wall in the back.
Yeah, that's true. I would want the whole collection. Honestly,
look at Lance. Like I wouldn't pick. I would get everything.
That's true. That's true.
Honestly, I would though, or even just
I would.
Even just like a print of this. I like.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's so cute. I like literally love it. It's adorable.
Maybe when we go on, maybe when we go on our tour, we print that and we give our autographs out on those.
I like that I'm running away. I like that anytime anybody animates me, I'm doing something else. Like I like that I'm off running away in my little boy outfit. I'm like, I never wear this. This is so cute.
I feel like when we eventually launch like our merch store or whatever, and we get all official, we're gonna have the most banging like fire merch ever. Like it's gonna be like the coolest
our
stuff.
animations. Y'all welcome. Long-term vision.
No, that's smart. That's so smart. Yeah, I've got to turn those into emotes. That's what one of my mods, Tara, was asking. People really want the emotes of our cartoon faces.
We're gonna have this
cartoon me in our main one, but boy, do I love cartoon Peanuts me. I love her so much.
We're gonna have this. We're going to have this same conversation 5 years from now with Mike going, once we get our shit together, you guys better watch out. We'll be rolling in the dough. Yes. Episode 925. You guys just wait. You guys just wait.
The merch is coming.
I mean, we have a website secured. We have we
haven't done anything with it. We have a channel. We don't
have a website secured. I registered a domain name. There's no website.
The website is completed.
That's a step, okay? That's a step.
It is.
Laying the groundwork. This is for Binder.
Wanda with another super chat. Thank you, Wanda. More great news in the Virginia primary. Anti-choice Dem defeated and 2 other old conservative Dems defeated by 3 millennial pro-choice women in safe districts. That's great. That's great. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
This is for me. Joel Lobo says, started listening 2 months ago after listening to David and Mike for years. Eagerly wait for the episode every week. Olay is my new fave. David fine as F. Oh, thank you. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you so much, Joel. You look pretty fine yourself. Nicely dressed there in that photo.
For when we talk about David Dole, though, AF stands for something else. David fine ass fascist. That's David
Jesus Christ. Gotta take it there. Wow. God damn. Can't. Gotta do me dirty every episode, do you? Every time.
It's true, right?
This is for Binder, even though it shouldn't be. Here you go.
Lee Baratinor with a super chat. I don't have anything smart ass to say this time, but I love Leftist Mafia. Olay, thank you for making your recent BLM video. It's an important conversation.
Thank you. I'm assuming you mean the stop romanticizing the George Floyd protest video. I'm assuming. So thank you.
Yeah, that was the one that you made the most recent one on. BLM,
no, I have to.
I didn't see that one.
It's the one right before Olay and Friends.
Okay, I need to. I did miss 2 of your videos. I've got to catch up.
Yeah, stuff. It'll be there. It's there. It'll wait for you.
I'll watch it.
Verna Rochelle, thank you for becoming a member. This is for Mike.
Oh, Dynamic Editor with $5. Hi, Dynamic Editor. Libertarians, the passenger should give the submarine a bad review on Yelp. That'll fix things. Yeah. I don't know if we mentioned it, but the CEO of that sub company was a big libertarian, denounced regulations, say that at some point safety is a pure waste. He actually said these things. So yeah. I think that more libertarians should create businesses where they take these billionaires on these very dangerous trips.
Yeah, seriously. It's not going to go well. Mary Mack, very generous. Thank you, Mary. Says, tried to send this to Matt, but got error messages multiple times.
No, that's $20. No.
women are too smart to be on that tid ship. You couldn't pay me. It was all men down there.
Yeah, women are too smart to be on that tin ship, but apparently not smart enough to send me a $20 super chat.
My God, I just the thought of like even considering going down there, you got to be fucking crazy. Yeah. Anyways, not to get back to the conversation.
But the thing is though, like to be fair here, this is the first time someone's died. People have died doing this. This is this industry has been.
I guess to their credit, they didn't see all the letters sent to that company being like, "You guys are crazy. Like, fix your submarine." From everybody else.
You better read a letter and no, don't do that.
I know. I feel like, come on.
If you're told though, if you're told that no one since the 1960s we've done this, there's never been a single person dead. And then that could give you some false security, not realizing you're with the one company that doesn't give a fuck, and puts their shit together with the
But I mean, they could have at least done a little bit of research. Like there's this German passenger that went on a couple of years ago, and he was talking about how, oh my God, so the first one had parts falling off, so we had to do a second ship because the first one, and then that one got delayed, and then he's like, when he came back, he was talking about how lucky he was to be alive. Like, you didn't just like listen to the reviews. Was there a review system for it? I just feel like you could look at it and think, fuck no.
And again, I'm not an expert here, but this tin can actually did go down and have a successful mission or missions prior, which means that something like went wrong and needed to be fixed, and they just didn't do it. They just didn't give a fuck. Like,
it had there were some weird issues. So I read one case where they had installed a piece incorrectly, so they had to actually use the controller like sideways for it to work. Like
they installed one of like the rudders or whatever backwards. This is when they went down there with a camera crew for like a 60 Minutes episode, and they knew that they messed up, but because 60 Minutes or whatever show it was there, they were just like, well, let's just go ahead with it anyway so we don't look stupid.
Oh my God.
Now they look really stupid.
And on that point, Big Bad Ardwolf says they couldn't even afford an Elite controller. Yeah. They had to use like the $20 Amazon controller.
Yeah. Sad.
This is for Binder.
Wait, just before we get to the next super chat, I gotta bow out, everybody. I didn't want to just disappear.
So you can disappear. It's okay. But bye.
Bye, Lance.
Bye, Lance.
Bye,
Lance.
Bye, everybody.
Good night,
I'll see you
my friend.
next week. Adios. Who wants to raid? Who's going to keep
me? I'm on Twitch, unless someone else is on as well that wants to.
Wow, Matt was quick on the draw. I'll
give it to Binder.
Just give it to Binder.
Give it to me, baby.
Someone has retweeted at y'all that y'all need to teach me how to set up on Olay so I could stream there. I was like, this isn't a matter of they won't show me.
Yeah, you do not.
Yeah, we would love to. Remember, the lore of the show is that Olay is doing Leftist Mafia on the DL for a real audience. There's a firewall there.
I'm gonna keep it that way.
We're her secret friends. She don't tell anybody.
It's brought me so much stress.
This is Binder.
Themic with a super chat. Everyone knows with these old systems, you need to buy a Game Shark. R1, R2, L1 circle, left down, right up, full health. Right? Maybe if they kept doing it on the what is it called again? It's not a submarine. It's a submersible.
Submersible.
Submersible. First of all, that's really fucking
Isn't that submarine.
No, because the submarine doesn't have the power. Submarines have the power to move under the water by itself.
Yeah.
This thing can only fucking sink to the bottom, and then it has to blow up those like emergency balloon rafts or whatever they're called if they want to go up on their own. Otherwise, they get pulled up by a ship that's on the surface. I would not go. I mean, I wouldn't even go in a submarine, let alone something that would just drop to the bottom that someone else would need to pull up. I mean, that's just fucking wild.
Yeah.
Very, very unfortunate what happened to them.
This is also
Darwin
Bender.
Awards.
Ryan with a super sticker. I wonder what the super sticker was. Let me see. It's a weird dinosaur guy putting his baseball cap backwards with a thumbs up.
Okay.
It's an animated one.
This is Mike.
Oh, okay. Hideous Lemon. Hey, RBG married a straight couple. What a straggot, right?
My friends was a lesbian couple.
Mm-hmm. She did marry a couple of straggots, though. See, if she didn't marry some strags during the pandemic, I would have been okay with it. But she married some straggots, and I wasn't okay with that.
I'm not gonna put up with you.
I think it's going to catch on because that sounds like a slur. I mean, for obvious reasons, but like it does work.
Yeah. All it's going to take for it to catch on is for one strag to get really offended by it on Twitter, and then boom, it's mainstream. So they better be watch out. Let us call that.
This is for Mike. I think Celeste is messing around. Celeste likes to joke around, though. I got nothing wrong with Cornell West. I mean,
Cornell West 2024. I know Celeste is sometimes she's serious, sometimes she's not serious. But yeah, thank you, Celeste. I appreciate you.
Hold on, wait. I gotta shout this out. Just got a really great raid over on Twitch. Thank you to the Surfs TV. Hello, the Surfs TV viewers. You might be wondering what we do on this Twitch channel. We're streaming a show called Leftist Mafia right now. This is where me, Mike from the Humanist Report, David Dole, the Rational National, and the great Olay, we talk every week. Sometimes this guy, Lance, comes along. You might have heard of him. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now, reading some super chats.
This is Bender.
Narrator with a $20 super chat. So the leftist take is that RBG's entire life doesn't mean crap because she didn't properly deal with her mortality, maintain a personally contentious relationship with her coworkers, and she worked during a pandemic. Hate her.
Someone sounds salty.
My
no, that's right.
issue. I mean, but because my issue with RBG goes before that, when everyone was trying to get her to retire when Obama was still the president. So we could get a new, younger, liberal justice in, like Stephen Breyer ended up doing under Biden, because look what ended up happening. Her entire life, her legacy, is now tarnished because she is the person who got replaced after she passed, when everyone wanted to retire, and caused the overturning of, which led, I should say, to the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if your whole thing is women's rights, and that is your legacy, without a doubt, your legacy will be tarnished if something you do leads to one of the biggest rollbacks in women's rights in U.S. history. I'm sorry. It sucks if you're an RBG fan, but them's the breaks. That's the facts right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, you don't need to be a fan of her.
When you have power like that, it's not about your career, right? It's about your responsibility. It's about what impact you're going to have on society. That's what matters in that case. If RBG was I don't know, the CEO of a company and she died while she was the CEO, who cares? But it's a different case when you have that kind of power.
RBG has never been what she's been made out to be. If you actually read Supreme Court opinions and went to law school, she was progressive about white women's issues in particular, women's things, a couple of procedural stuff. But when it came to, she has a lot of bad opinions. Okay, don't get me started on the affirmative action cases. But listen, I let people have things. I understand what she means to white Jewish ladies, and I love that for them. But, listen, everybody deserves to have their own thing. And I'm going to let them have it. You know what I mean? That don't mean she's not consequential to them. She matters to them.
Alexa Spicer, thank you for your super chat, says, Olay, I loved your video going over news events. You went over stuff I actually care about in a fun way. Your context is next level. Love you, girl. P.S. What is your money app so I can donate? There you go.
Thank you, boo. I think I got something from you, actually. Let me see. I'm Olerin11 on Cash App. I think I got something for you. Let me make sure I find so I can read your comment. Hold on. Boom. Hold on. Yes, you sent me something. You said, for being an amazing content creator. Thank you so much, boo. And thank you that you love that video. I like that so many people love that video. My editor, Sherlock, who I love, definitely received that and was like, oh, this is angry Olay. Oh, he was like angry rant video. And then everybody liked it. He's like, really? Okay. So thank y'all.
It was good.
Meow Nyan says Zuck v. Musk would be the most kayfabe thing ever.
What's kayfabe?
What does that mean again?
It's a wrestling term for like living the gimmick. Like if you break kayfabe, you no longer, because wrestlers actually, it's like the last of like the carny businesses, like the carny culture, where like these people actually live their like you know how actors go to movie sets and then they're like Tom Cruise is no longer whoever he plays in Mission Impossible. I should probably go with an actor whose characters I know. So Harrison Ford leaves the movie set. He's no longer Indiana Jones. He's only Indiana Jones on the set, right? Wrestlers play up their characters whenever they're in public. They go by their wrestling name. They actually, it's considered to be disrespectful if you actually call them by their real name if you know it. So they sort of live the gimmick. Yes.
Interesting.
Bender.
Narrator with another $20 super chat. I feel bad that Narrator is sending me all this money and then we're getting into little spats here. I feel like we're going to get into another one because I'm seeing the name Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren's career is meaningless because she didn't defend Bernie Sanders' right to remind his female competition that a woman can't win the highest office, or is it that she didn't get out of Bernie's way fast enough? I actually.
Why would Narrator be giving you $20 to
yeah, I think that
some people are masochists. You don't know. I actually don't have the dislike for Elizabeth Warren that a lot of I guess people who are big Bernie fans, supporters have. I was upset that she did what she did. I also don't think her support would have helped Bernie win. I think it was more of the idea of that like someone who we viewed as an ally didn't support him. It's not that like she was the cause of his loss. She wasn't doing so hot herself. So her throwing support to Bernie wouldn't have brought him that much. But I actually still respect Elizabeth Warren for her bread and butter issues, especially on going after the big banks, her wheelhouse in finance law. She's been probably one of the best voices. I don't agree with her takes on all of it, but she's easily been one of the best voices on cryptocurrency in any sort of office. I thought it was like a slam dunk issue for the leftists in Congress to take up, and barely any of them talk about it. And in fact, way more Dems than there should be are actually like supportive of crypto and get money from the crypto lobby. So Elizabeth Warren, I actually, yes, was disappointed, and I feel like she like let me down as a supporter of hers, but like I got no like long-standing grudge with her. I think she's great on the issue she's good on.
I hate her. Snake emojis in the chat. Let's go. Let's go.
So Bunny, I see your comment. No, we just haven't gotten to the super chat yet, but I see your comment, Bu. Hey, Bu, love you. And on the Elizabeth Warren thing, I think we care about all these individual politicians too much. I think everybody. I think there's too much stand-up. There's way too much.
I mean, I don't care about any of these politicians on like a personal
I don't mean
level.
you. I just mean in general, like as a thing. I just feel like that's just a thing on the internet too much. Like I feel so often it's like everybody they be carrying on like these R&B singers. They're fucking politicians, my guy. Like it's just way too. It'd be too serious. Like why are we this? Oh, like let's all chill out. And also to give benefit of doubt, sometimes I try to remind myself that like in real life, in the same way, like I know content creators like that people, you'll know people in this world and you have a personal knowledge of them that's different than public persona, and you don't like them like privately, but no one knows that. I feel like, in politics, maybe somebody can't stand somebody on a personal level. Like I fucking hate them. I know there is an agenda. There's something I can't get on board. I have my personal issues, and I just be like, maybe they've got beef. Let me let them do what they doing. Let me leave Elizabeth. Clearly, she don't fuck with Bernie deep, so I just leave her to it.
I thought that was just pure careerism bullshit. Like what she? No, I thought what she was fucking terrible.
No,
she lied about the. No, she pretended that Bernie was sexist and didn't want her to run. Like, oh, this fuck. I'm not gonna go over it again because at the time it was fucking crazy.
I think
to me it brought her down like several notches. Like I had a lot of respect for her. I still like the stuff Bender brought up is all correct. Like she has done some great work. The issues she fights for are fantastic, but her politics are fucking garbage. The way she does politics is fucking trash, and it's clear in the results.
I think that's true. I'm not saying that's not true. I just think in general, this as far as there is just a lot that we go on very long about things that have like passed in general, like Bernie, Elizabeth, that's what I mean. I just feel like, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to get worked up again over the fucking primary from 2020. Like definitely don't want to do that.
It's still sore for me if I think about 2020.
As you can see, I was getting worked up already. Ty Deerfield says Andrew Tate offered to train Musk for the fight. Oh God. That guy wasn't he? Isn't he going to jail now? I barely follow that.
I believe he was charged, so I hope so.
Good. Goblin T Nuts. What a name. Says,
he gotcha. You definitely read that out loud.
I know for everyone to hear. He was here last time. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
He's a big super chatter. Goblin T Nuts. Papa Lance. Mary Kill, ketchup chips, poutine, GG cookies. Well, he's not here. What are GG cookies?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, David.
Yeah, I thought it was a Canadian thing.
It must be, but I don't know what the hell that is.
Glenn Greenwald cookies.
Okay. I'm going to choose poutine as an American because ketchup chips sounds disgusting, but I know that that's offensive to Canadians. Okay. So,
well, I would kill GG cookies because I don't know what the hell those are. I would marry poutine because it feels
like
comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
What is poutine again? It sounds dirty.
You know what
poutine is?
And gravy and cheese and things.
Yeah, fries, cheese, curds, and gravy.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
Then
good.
And we have poutine places here that put more. Like there's Smokes Poutineery. I used to go there all the time in Toronto after like going to the bar. And there'd be lineups.
Bender wants to say some American shit so bad. Look at his face. His like mouth was itching to say something. He's like,
I can't remember what is. I gotta look it up.
It's good. I see somebody in the comments hating about poutine. It's disgusting. Y'all are fucking liars.
No,
that lie.
Cheese curds.
Like cheese. I forgot.
It's just the word. You don't like the word
in the first place.
I will say though, without the cheese though, French fries and gravy looks delicious.
Yeah.
So just take out the cheese, and I'm down with that.
I love cheese. You're so crazy.
Mm-hmm, same.
Trying to find the menu here. It's not worth it. There's. Oh my God! Look at this. Hold on. I'm bringing this up. I'm getting hungry now. These are they have all different kinds. There's like chicken, bacon, ranch, like butter chicken, country style. Like my favorite is the good. They have like a nacho one, like a Mexican one. Let me see. Probably under beef.
God, it's so unfair. You have healthcare and poutine. God.
I swear poutine sounds like something dirty. I'm sorry.
It does.
Veggie nacho, fucking amazing.
The answer is obviously marry poutine, fuck the cookies, and kill the ketchup chips, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
There, moving on.
Ketchup,
I know, it sounds like you should be. It sounds like you should be fucking poutine based on how the words. I don't know. It just sounds so sexual in nature. I don't know.
Does it, Bender?
It does.
I gotta defend ketchup chips here as well, though, because ketchup chips, so they don't taste like ketchup. They're called ketchup chips, but they're really good chips.
I don't believe.
I'm kind of surprised that they still haven't made their way to the U.S. But
yeah, I see. I don't really like ketchup, so the thought of like that on a chip,
it sounds bad, but it actually tastes really good. I bet you would like it. Patrice Hubbard says, "Hey, David," and lots of heart faces. At Olay, are you following the Jonathan?
It says, "Hey, Mike."
thing?
You're reading the wrong. It says, "Hey, Mike."
Sorry. He sent one to me too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're one after another. That's why I'm so confused. Okay, so
I was confused. I'm like, wait.
This one is for Mike, and then I have a very similar one.
Well, David just confused himself with the Humanist Report. David just thought he was.
Emojis, David, they're mine.
I saw a heart emoji. I was like, oh, they're for me for sure.
Hey, Mike at Olay, are you following the Jonathan Majors thing? Is he an F boy, or do you think he got caught up with the wrong BIH? With him being your ex-hubby, I figured you would have the 411. Oh, and because you're a defense attorney.
The internet has made it very clear that they don't want my thoughts on. I will not be ever commenting on Jonathan Majors. It is not. No one. What I realize is, people like a defense attorney and an abolitionist perspective until there's an actual situation to apply it to. That's what I've noticed. They love it when we talk in theoretical. The minute it's anything and pitchforks up, I'm out of it. Nobody wants to actually hear. I realized that week, no one wants to hear the opinion or perspective of attorneys who practice in the city and where the case is.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah, this gets
my fucking self.
It's probably best to step out of anything like this. So really quick though, let me ask you, Olay, quick question. Opinion on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
I guess we're moving on. Patrice, see, I wasn't lying. Here it is.
Hey,
David,
Mike. So, what's the status? See, how do you like that, David?
So, what's the status of you guys coming together to do a live / in-person show? Chicago would be a good place to host it. Not during the winter time though. Last time I was in Chicago, it was January.
New York makes more sense since me and Ben are already in New York. That's close. Y'all are in Canada, so it's really only Mike got to come from wherever he lives.
God damn it!
New York makes sense.
Yeah, New York does make sense.
It really makes the most sense, and not just.
It's probably also where most of our viewers, if we're gonna pick like one place where most of them are, it probably is gonna be.
Yeah, it's probably New York.
It's and probably if not, also the most expensive place to get a venue, though. So
no, you'd be surprised. No, there's venues that would definitely.
There's a lot of venues in Oregon that are probably a lot more cheaper, like near Portland too.
Ain't nobody going there. Is that where you live?
That's the thing too. People will.
Is that where
people
you
will.
live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
don't make that face! I'm so offended right now.
And people who
where do you live, Olay, so I can say the same.
People who don't live in New York City will come here. You know?
I know that.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's very easy for me to get to New York. It's like a quick flight, so
and
it's not a problem.
You know, people all up and down the East Coast pretty much could just take a train to get to New York if they want to. It's very accessible.
Yeah,
you're making the one motherfucker who's claustrophobic with panic attacks fly across the goddamn country. Really?
Well, we could just. I guess we could throw you up on the screen then if you don't want to.
I don't like flying either.
Yeah, I think.
Although I would get some Zans, so. There's that.
I think you should come to New York. You can meet Raheem.
Can I crash on your couch?
Yeah, I let you crash on my place. You can stay by me.
Okay.
Yeah, you can stay here.
I'm asking you, Bender. I would stay with you, but you said that you like.
You have a child and you have children and a.
Yeah, I don't think there's any room for you, honestly.
No. You said that you were stinky, so that's.
Why. Oh, that's what. No, well, that's.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's not the reason why I wouldn't have you here. No, Mike, you can't stay here. Why? Because I'm stinky. Now that's
place without children is obviously the
I'm just kidding.
That would be your preference of not staying here. I'm
just kidding. I would crash on Olay's couch because I feel like Raheem would sleep with me. He would be very warm, and then my cat would get jealous, and then she'd start to love me when she sees that I could actually, I could foster love from a cat.
You know, we could always do New York first, obviously, because that'd be the obvious, and then who knows? Maybe it'll go so well. We'll have to book a West Coast date too. Probably also would not be in Oregon. It would probably be in like LA or something. But
well, we can also do one in Canada, and then I could just not leave. Just
oh, there you go. Yeah,
there you go. Just don't let anyone know. They will catch you. This is Bender.
Tokyo Hans with another super chat. At everyone, Coke, Pepsi, or RC. I love them all. I will drink either of them, any of them. They're all good to me. I do taste slight differences in all three, but they're all delicious. None of them are so different that I would not have them. I also love.
I agree.
I've never had RC Cola.
I don't know what RC Cola. Pepsi's best.
It's like really cheap. It's like I don't even know where they still sell it, but it used to be like there used to be a place that had it like for 50 cents a can or something. But this is back in like 10 years ago. I have no idea.
It's lower on the tier than the other two. I haven't had it in a while, but Coke and Pepsi are both good. I slightly prefer Pepsi, but I still drink Coke a lot.
It's like the PBR of soda.
That's good. That's correct.
I also prefer Pepsi. Coke, it's too much. It feels like a lot of sugar on my teeth. Like after I drink it, it's like I could feel the film on my teeth. It's gross.
See, I actually feel like Pepsi is a little bit sweeter than Coke.
It is sweeter,
so it just depends for like which one I'm in the mood for.
Oh no, I get like it's like maybe it is, but I get this weird like tartness from Coke. I think that's what it is.
I know what you mean. There is a weird tartness with Coke. You're absolutely correct. And
you guys like Dr. Pepper? I love Dr. Pepper.
I love Dr. Pepper.
When I was younger, I did. I can't. I'm not into it anymore.
Really?
Or if you're down in
love it.
I know. There's Mr. Pibb in some places in the U.S., which is basically another brand's Dr. Pepper
knockoff version.
Yeah.
This is also Bender.
Patrice Hubbard with a super chat. Hey, Matt, I want to give money to Lance and Olay.
Look at that emoji.
You should at Older and 11.
I missed that. Hey, Matt. I don't even know if that's not even a sad face. That's like a disappointed face. Like, I have to give money to this guy.
And you don't have to. I want you to know that you have other choices. I have a Cash App, Older and 11. You should do it there. You don't want to keep giving Bender money.
Unbelievable.
Vinci B says, any thoughts on O'Keefe's coverage of BlackRock? I
haven't seen it. I would not trust anything. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a fan of BlackRock.
Why would I? Yeah.
Yeah. To say like I don't trust what information he's got. He talks to people who sometimes aren't even like any sort of important level in the company. It would be like you're secretly recording a McDonald's cashier and then saying like, oh, this comes down straight from the top or something like that. Listen what's happening at McDonald's corporate. I would not trust what he puts out. There are plenty of legitimate reporters who you can check out for reporting on how BlackRock is terrible.
Yeah, we already know that they're terrible. You don't need to watch his work.
Right.
Yeah.
Ignore anything that he says, basically.
Bender.
Patrice Hubbard with a $20 super chat, coming back with the laughing face emojis. Just fooking with you, with Matt. Love you too. The heart emojis. At Mike, what is the name of that group you used to promote to help women run for office? And then also at everyone. There we go, Matriarch. And then at everyone, can the Green Party support West to run as a Dem but representing them?
They wouldn't do that.
They wouldn't do that. Yeah.
No, they're very invested in their own. I mean, I'm not sure how you would even do that. Really, like it in their defense, it wouldn't make sense for them to do that.
I mean, what would make sense for them to do is to just focus on local and statewide races. Yes. But it also doesn't make sense that they don't do that. So I don't know if doing something that makes sense only is like their motto. I mean, it's ridiculous because I do think that a third party it's basically what the DSA isn't a party, but that's basically what they're doing, and they're very successful at.
Yeah, I really like the DSA's approach.
They focus on very small races at a local level, and then they continuously, grew out of it to the point where they now endorse literal congressional candidates who are sitting in office right now. And then on top of that, they have like statewide, like in New York, we have New York state senators and assembly people who are just straight up, they call themselves DSA candidates. Like that could be a legit third party doing that. But for some reason, third parties like the Green Party just think they have to just put it all into running for president and losing every 4 years.
Well, in their defense, though, they do have to run for presidential elections. You have to run a presidential candidate to get ballot access at the state level in certain states as well. So that is one thing in their defense.
This is Bender.
Daddy69 with a super chat. No message, just a super chat. Thank you, Daddy69.
Nice.
This is Mike.
Oh, Andrew Clement with $2. Matt, did you see Dutch M's response to Punk?
This was sent to you. What? Yes. I did see Dutch Mantel's response to Punk. I don't know if he's according to David Bixenspan, who's a great pro wrestling focused journalist. He doesn't believe Dutch Mantel is running his account. Although that opinion doesn't seem to be like people who know Dutch Mantel apparently believe that would be his opinion too.
I'm guessing it was like an anti-trans response.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of wrestlers came out. I saw Brody King of AEW was one of them who basically called him out and called him like an old racist fuck or something like that.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, screw him. He's an old guy. He doesn't wrestle anymore. He's like in his, I don't even know, 70s or 60s or who knows.
A lot of those guys don't make it to that age, so that's kind of impressive.
That era of wrestlers is are dying out in terms of the
Dutch. Why don't you go Dutch oven yourself? Got him.
Jesus. This is also Bender.
D Trich with a $10 super chat. Fellow straight here, you get the pass. What was that in reference to? I miss it.
Strag it.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Or sag it if we're going with my.
Mike.
Psycho Farm with $10. Thank you. Started watching Mike in the net neutrality era. Holy shit, that was a long time ago. As a 13-year-old, and it got me into politics.
Wow.
Very cool. Keep it up. P.S. Would you buy Twitter Blue to watch Elon get rocked by Zuckerberg? Oh, I didn't think about that. I wouldn't,
No,
but
it would be leaked later on.
Yeah, I would watch the leak. I wouldn't give him money. But yeah, that's really cool. Net neutrality was like 2017 era for me. So yeah, that's really cool. Glad to hear
I
that.
would pay for the meta verified feed version, so I didn't have to give the money to Elon.
Yeah, I would honestly. Yeah, I would pay Zuck before I paid Musk.
It really is amazing, like how like Facebook and Zuckerberg were universally disliked for all the horrible things that they played a hand in. And then Elon Musk just came along and was like, I could outdo that shit.
Yeah. It's like almost saving Facebook and Zuckerberg by comparison.
Yeah. But I do think there's a real difference. I think Meta just did it, just let things slide and had the issues like Cambridge Analytica and that stuff simply from a money-making perspective. There was no ideological thing there. I mean, I do think both suck, but I think having the true blue ideological belief like Musk clearly has is actually way worse, just straight up. I would much rather know that this company or this CEO is just doing this from a pure monetary standpoint than to know that they're doing this because they actually truly believe this about like the LGBTQ community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Bender.
Chubbub Dreamer with a super chat. AEW has a black and Native American transgender women's wrestler named Nyla Rose. Modern wrestling and its fan base different from the old days. Yes, and I've seen every now and then where there's a video of like some asshole in the audience who like yells out something transphobic to her. The crowd absolutely like gangs up on that asshole and like boos him out of the building. Like wrestling is very different now.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Bender.
Blex actually with a super chat. Giving money to Binder is a way better value than giving money to Musk. I would hope so.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying much.
Mike.
Oh, Psycho Farm, another $5. Thoughts on getting Kyle Kalinske to come on the show? Oh, it's definitely going to happen at some point for sure. Yeah, people to bring him and Crystal on.
I've never spoke to either one of them personally. I don't know either one of them.
Oh yeah, they're great. Very, very nice. Yeah.
Wait, you were never on the Hill when they were on there?
No? I'm after their era.
I'm sure at some point you'll be on Crystal Kyle.
I went on.
Yeah, even their show. They have a show together.
No, I know. And Grimm has reached out to me about breaking points. But I just don't. I've never talked to them personally. And I might as well let me say that now that it's come up because they love to lie on the internet. Let me just make sure I put that out there. Well, who I know and I don't know them. I like to clearly.
This is me. Alma says, random question. Does watching ads in full versus skipping ads help or hurt your revenue? It's the first answer to that. I assume it hurts. Or
it does.
Not that it hurts, but like I'm sure it helps more to watch the full ad. Mm-hmm. Not that you don't have to do that.
I say the same thing too. You can skip the ad. It's just like pennies, for each person.
It adds up after a while, but
true.
But super chat's definitely welcome. Also, what happened to Nina Turner being a guest?
I'm not gonna hold you. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I honestly forgot. There's a lot of people that we should have on the show.
We were supposed to have her, right? And then I think we were supposed to have her last.
That's right, and then she could.
And then there was a scheduling issue, and I don't know what happened after that. Honestly, I think we probably just forgot life.
Yeah,
it fell through the cracks.
Thank you for reminding us.
I feel like none of us are really like good at keeping track of all that shit.
We don't have a calendar.
Yeah.
We also I think Emma as well was supposed to be on, and we forgot to like invite her again because she couldn't make it that one week.
Yeah, y'all have to remind us. Honestly, we have a very lackadaisical approach to the show. If y'all can tell,
we're also like super busy with our own show, so it's really easy to have these kinds of things like fall through the cracks. But yeah, I was actually on Nina's show not that long ago, and it didn't even come up like in my mind. So yeah, thank you for the reminder for sure. I'd love to have her on.
This from Trans Girl. Just wondering when you guys are finally going to address the Anna situation. Your silence is just kidding. Thanks for supporting trans rights. Does Matt ever go by Math? Also, look up Harrison O'Keen.
Harrison O'Keen.
I've never gone by Math. No.
Are you good at math?
No, I'm actually. It's probably my weakest.
Survived 3 harrowing days. What is it? 3 harrowing days in a sunken ship. Oh my god.
Oh.
I almost don't want to read about that. It's too depressing. It's too scary. It's too scary. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your super chat. This is for Bender.
Let's see. We got Alma Gasoling with a super chat. Thank you, Alma. Please post clips of your lives like everyone suggested last week. No editing needed. I'm sure your subs will increase. What do you mean? Just like us doing our
very pretty.
Of your show, Matt.
Oh yeah. Oh, my live show. I thought you meant like my life, like me hanging out with my kid or something.
Oh, your lives.
I would have watched like Bender vlogs though. That'd be cool.
Nah, yeah, I'm very my son wants to stream like video gaming stuff, and I'm fine with that because it's like it would be like purposely set up for the purpose of streaming. I personally am anti like those families who live stream their kids and their personal lives.
I'm against it as well.
Yeah, because like the kids can't have an opinion on it, and it's just you're putting too much out there. It's one thing if you like do skits with your kid, like specifically set up for filming, like 2-minute, 3-minute clips or whatever. But to like just like constantly like stream or even just record,
that's bad too, even
that's not fair to them.
I don't think because content being content creating and being in a public figure in the world, which is what you're doing to your children, is where you've careered their life. You have them in a career model. You're exposing them to a world of commentary and feedback and all kinds of different things. And like if you see the children that are coming up with that and what they say, I think it is all bad. Like people turning their the content.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, they should be old enough to at least like have like my son wants to stream because he plays Fortnite.
That's different.
Yeah, and I would only let him stream Fortnite.
So that's
and I would probably do it with him too. It wouldn't like he'd be like he's doing it by himself either.
Yeah.
He's set on my 7-year-old's already talking about how he doesn't want to go to college because he wants to become a professional gamer.
Oh my god.
At 7 years old. I told him he could do it if by the time he gets to college he's already making like $500,000 streaming. He could skip college if he's already doing it.
That's okay.
Wow. When I know what's funny? Here, I'm out, so I'm gonna read y'all. Whoever sent me stuff on Cash App and like.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Okay. All right. Let me see. What does this say? Achy leftist wit sent $2 for I'd do more if I could. You're lovely. This is very sweet. Thank you for doing anything.
What is sweet?
Hold on. Let me click little hearts by. Hold on. Let me react. Let me give y'all cute stuff. Oh, let me nothing that would make y'all call HR. Let me just do a heart. From Carly Mang, $30 for the Leftist Mafia love. No soupy chats needed for the guys tonight. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That is amazing. $30 is big money. Also, I spent like $50 in the bodega earlier today buying little kids stuff they wanted because they didn't have any money.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah, so thank you. I consider this my recoup. Alexis Spicer sent me $10 for being an amazing content creator. Thank you, love. Hold on. Oh my god, what's flashing? Okay. Boom. Let's see. Sierra K sent me $10 for keep doing your thing, sis. Thank you, View. All right, next one. Hold on. Lord. David Mendoza sent $30 for don't forget to drop your Cash App. Much love. Thank you. Go ahead, get me paid. I appreciate you. And let me see. Nate Plamondon, $10 for thank you. You make our lives better. Thank you, Bew.
So sweet.
Yes, y'all are so sweet. I feel very loved. David Mendoza sent another $5. You said for intellectual media on your channel, #Dream Team. I have seen them like on my homepage before. I'm not familiar. Like I haven't like watched their things or know them, but I'm sure like I'm always down to collaborate with, especially if it's another cornbread tuber. I just like I literally just did an interview today with Afdi for a video he's doing, and one with Color Mind Tay with a video he's doing. So I'm always down to do stuff with folk. I always say, and I'm doing a video with Turb soon too. I say yes to everybody in Cornbread Tube. Patrice Bell, you sent me $20 for because you my motherfucking nigga. I love you. Thank you, View. And let me see. Hold on. I think that's everybody. Yes, that's everybody right now. Okay, cool. Y'all can proceed until my food comes.
All right.
I was gonna say, with Binder's son wanted to do streaming. My nephew also, he just turned 8. He wants to do streaming, and he wants to be a professional YouTuber. And like, I showed him my play button, and he's like, "Oh my god!" So he took a picture with the play button, and he told his friend at school that that's his play button and it's his channel. It's really fun. It's really funny.
Can't they just find out by looking up the name on the YouTube play button and be like, "Hey, this isn't you"?
Yeah, I don't know if the kid actually looked up, but it was just really funny because that's like hilarious. I showed my nephew and he's like, "Oh, you got to play." Like he was really excited about it, but he tried to play it cool at first. He's like, "Oh, well, there's somebody I watch has 80 million subscribers." I'm like, "Oh, but I mean, this is still a lot too, right?" He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Do you want to take a picture with it?" He's like, "Yeah, I do."
Yeah, I do.
They gotta play it off.
Yeah. But really, just like, "Oh my god, it's a fucking play button." It's really funny. It's funny how at that age they like aspire to be like, influencers and stuff.
That is weird. Yeah. There wasn't even really internet when I was a kid. Like it was,
right. Same.
Like I don't know. I was born in '85, so a lot of shit just appeared as I was growing up.
It's not the alluring way. You can only be a few set of jobs in my household. You can be a doctor, a lawyer, or you can be a doctor or a lawyer.
That's good though.
I didn't have that.
Yeah, no, my dad didn't fuck around.
Okay, so Trans Ally, $5. Thank you, Leftist Mafia. Y'all always brighten up our week. It's a Thursday night ritual. Your support means a lot to me, having a trans partner and a trans son. That's amazing. Very, very cool. I'm glad to know that you look forward to it every single week. I do too. We all do. I
also love that we're only on episode 29 and we're already people's rituals. I love it.
Yeah. I started to see those comments like early on. Like I think David got a comment that was like, "This is one of those things where you finish the dishes, we get everything done so we could watch the Leftist Mafia." That was like what, episode 10 or 15? I remember you hearted the comment, David, I think.
Yeah, though to be fair, 29 episodes is like 3 seasons of Succession, so
that's true.
Yeah.
In Succession terms,
I was literally like 29 episodes sounds like a fucking lot to me.
It is a lot.
I'm like
it's a lot, but I think of podcasts that are running for like years that are they're in the hundreds with their fucking episodes. Like it's crazy.
That's true.
This is a little bit like Succession. I have my 3 children here, trying to fight for the love of me, their daddy.
One of the main characters died off already. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Spoiler. There's a. Damn. I'm pretty behind in Succession, actually. Thanks.
No, don't worry. I spoiled nothing. No, that's just like every HBO show. Actually, it's more like Game of Thrones than that.
Do you guys
in every show?
Do you guys watch The Righteous Gemstones?
I do.
I had a realization the other
one episode.
I love the show, but as I was watching, I had a realization that it's the exact same storyline as Succession.
Oh my god!
Three kids fighting for their daddy's business and love. It's the same thing, except one is a drama and one's a comedy, but it's the exact same scenario.
I never
There's
thought
a
of
really
it that
good
way.
show on Amazon Prime called Riches. It's a black show. It's phenomenal. It's like what Succession those are, but it's black. It's great. It's phenomenal. It's so good. It's fucking
Riches.
Great. Yeah.
I'll look into
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
It's good as fuck. I binged it in one sitting. I'm confirm that's the name of the show. Yep, Riches. So
Riches?
good. Like
Okay.
phenomenal.
I'm gonna put that to. I have a list of TV shows that have been recommended, and I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
Plus, I just started watching a show called Beef on Netflix, and it's amazing.
My hairdresser, when she was doing my locks last, she was watching that, and I was watching it while she was watching it. I was like, this is good. But then at the time, I think it was already like on Twitter, they was canceling somebody, and I was like, let me don't start. I was like, I feel like it's too late for me to start now. They're gonna be mad at me now.
Oh, really? Somebody's getting. See, I don't know any of that.
I could have sworn it's Asian TV show, right? Asian TV
yeah.
show. It was, yep, somebody was getting canceled.
Really?
Yep, somebody was in trouble. I remember. It was
I'm not gonna look until it's over because I'm like 2 episodes left.
You didn't know. Plausible
Just watch the show. Don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah. If I knew and they did something terrible, it would ruin it for me. So I'm just not gonna look until I'm done.
This is Bender.
Oh, let's go. Deporize with a super chat. Have you ever seen Monty Python's The Cheese Shop? I actually don't think I've seen that one. I have not. I'll check it out.
I haven't either. Also Bender.
Oh, another super chat. Mr. Husteen. Olay, I strive to have your energy. That's it. That's the super chat.
Oh, thank you, Pumpkin.
Dude, she's the youngest of all of us, I believe, right? Pretty sure. So, yeah. Young whippersnapper over here.
Meanwhile, me dying over here from scoliosis.
That sucks, though. I feel really bad for you. That is awful.
It's okay. Such is life.
Yeah.
Here's a Kowalski for Bender.
Ooh, Kowalski with a super chat. Wow, a bunch of emojis. We got a sleeping face emoji, a coffee emoji, a pill emoji, a smiley emoji, a tractor emoji, a corn emoji, a raindrop emoji. Repeat. Thanks for the entertainment. Oh, the emojis were what he does. Oh, I get it, because he's a farmer and okay, cool. Well, thank you.
Oh,
I would have never figured that, or even read those emojis. I would have
take pills, grimaces, rides a tractor, eats corn, comes, sleeps. Okay,
comes.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
I didn't read that one that way, but okay.
Maybe.
Takes pills, grimaces.
Mike with the dirty minds over here.
You're the one who said poutine sounds sexual, which I kind of agree with, but come on.
I mean, it does.
This is also Bender.
Tom from Yakubia with a super chat. Happy belated Father's Day to Matt Binder. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it.
Bender has 4 in a row, like more in a row here.
Let's do it.
Bender as well.
Omega Shenron Dragon with a super chat. From 1 dad to 3, happy belated Father's Day. Me and my kids have a cosplay tradition each year. This year I was Mario and they were Peach. That's awesome. Also, Discord. Let me get it to you. Send me a message on Twitter or on Patreon and I'll get it to you. I have to get it to a few people, actually.
You run our Discord, right? The Leftist Mafia Discord?
No, there is no one who runs the Discord. I think Lance is considered the owner, but we all have the same admin privileges. I meant to bring it up because, you talking about the Discord for Leftist Mafia?
Leftist Mafia, yeah.
I was looking for it. Like, I logged into Discord today, and I was looking for it on my sidebar, and I couldn't find it. And then I was like, it's called The Family. Why did we do that? Like, why is it called? It should be called Leftist Mafia. Why are we making it so hard to find? There was. It was set up by Blair. But I mean, I don't know why they put The Family. We should just call it the descriptive.
I remember them having
Leftist Mafia.
I think we could change it, Karen.
To me,
we can change it. Should I do it right now, live on the show?
I was gonna say that. So last week I got a super chat from Dynamic Editor. Remember they said that they kicked me out of my Discord so I could see the onboarding and stuff. They made an amazing fucking Discord, and I don't really understand Discord, but it was very cool, and they want to do that for Leftist Mafia. So I told them, Dynamic Editor. And so they want to do that for us, but I told them I would talk to either Matt or Lance because I didn't know which one of you are the owner.
Where did we originally know Dynamic Editor from? Who first? Because where do we?
I recognize the name.
Who is
in my case? Where do y'all know them from? That y'all trust them?
There is them at all. But there is someone who's not us, by the way, who is a member in the with a mod privilege. We should probably figure out who that is. I don't want to name anyone on the. But there's 6 mods.
Very suspicious of folk now.
It's not It's not her.
It might be one of Lance's mods, I think. I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's possible.
Yeah, let's vet dynamic editor.
Yeah, we'll
it
look
would be funny if dynamic editor.
Oh, dynamic editor says
now
Olay remembers me for a comment I made on her video that she didn't like. He's absolutely correct. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what strikes me as suspicious. I don't know if no one else knows you, but I remember a long fucking lengthy paragraph from you that doesn't indicate that you're a person I would like. So yes, I'm
really.
Yeah, I told y'all. I called them out one time. They made a whole long comment about how they didn't like my style of editing and my coloring and my blah blah everything about my show. Like I fucking acted.
Oh.
I'm officially renaming the Discord right now. Here we go. From the family to Leftist Mafia.
Okay. Did I say bye or did you get disconnected? Whatever happened.
I'm not sure.
All right. So yeah, I should use Discord more. I don't even touch it.
It's very confusing to me. I just don't need another like service, but it's it's nice if people want one for us.
There's also way too many fucking side chats going on here. There should be.
I know. No, that was the worst part about it. I don't know what the fuck's going on. There's too many things.
There should be a welcome, a rules, a general for people to talk about whatever, whenever, and then a live one for when people are interacting with what we're saying on the show when we're live. Very simple. That's it. No need to be.
I feel like if there's going to be anything, I feel like there could be a live one and there could be one for each of us. You know what I mean? If people have anything specific.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think makes sense. No one besides me.
Olay basically went with that because she wants a channel in there with people talking about her. I get it.
Well, no, but I would like to talk specifically to who's talking to or about me. Yeah.
I think it makes sense because we each have our own little channels and stuff.
That makes perfect sense to me. Or would y'all rather I just make my own Discord and just completely don't give a fuck?
No, let's do that. I like that idea. That works. We could do we could do a one for each of us. Yeah.
All right, these are all Bender. It's the same guy 3 times in a row.
James Phipps with a super chat. No comment, just a super chat. Thank you. James Phipps again. Well. Another one. Nice.
Second one. And then this one.
James Phipps finally with a super chat with a comment. Here we go. Why isn't RFK Jr.'s anti-queer bigotry talked about? I mean, it's not surprising, but I'm not too familiar with it. I do know.
Yeah, I don't know of it.
Well, I do. Well, I do know of it in terms of his HIV weirdness. He's had some of that.
Yeah.
So I know about that, but are you talking about something else, or is that what you're talking about?
No, it's more shit. It's more shit.
All right, I got to look into that.
Didn't he make a comment about trans people? There's like chemicals in the water that are turning people trans. I think that was another one. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me that he's a conspiracy theorist. He is a straggit. He shouldn't be taken seriously.
If you are like one word away from saying an exact Alex Jones line, then you have a problem. Like if he's saying the chemicals in the water are turning people trans. I mean, it's just like 2 words away from the chemicals in the water turning the frogs gay. I mean, you got a problem if that's if you're sounding like that.
No, in fact, it's actually probably worse because I looked into this kind of because I was curious where the hell this is even coming from. And there's some chemical that doesn't change the gender of frogs, or it may change it. I don't know. It has some effect on frogs' gender. So if anything, Alex Jones is more accurate because this chemical doesn't have that same impact on people. But that's anyways. We don't need to get into the weeds with these.
Drink up.
Bullshit.
Test it. Drink up.
Drink up. Who is this? I think this is from Mike.
Oh, Soul Bunny, $5. We're looking forward to Olay's Queer Black panel. I know it's going to be popping like your first Olay and Friends. Yes, the Olay panels are very good. I'm also looking forward to the next Olay and Friends for sure.
Buddy, thank you, Boo. Sorry, I'm my host getting my life together. Yes, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna do multiple. It won't be just one. And I plan on doing. I talked to FD about it today that we'll probably do some kind of cornbread to a panel. So don't worry, we're gonna do something together soon, View.
Nice.
This is for Bender.
Let's see. Spin me a sailcloth with a super chat. Do you know what Walter Block blames for libertarianism not being more successful? Sociobiology, the idea from Edward O. Wilson. Left is best. I got to look into that. I mean, I know Walter Block. If you're not familiar with Walter Block, he is the infamous libertarian professor who Sam Cedar has debated on numerous occasions and has intentionally provided the Majority Report with some of its funniest material in its entire history. Everyone should go check out.
Didn't he like
Sam's.
scream and like hang up on one of the debates? Like, is that the same guy?
Yeah, he's the one who gave the famous line to Sam when they were debating. Sam, have you ever played chess? And then he went, hey, it's my turn now. Yeah, that guy.
Those are so enjoyable to watch. All right. Also Bender.
Checkmark verified account with a super chat. I'm with you, Matt. Cheese is hella overrated. Hell yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Wrong.
Corey Kavanaugh says, once the merch store is set up, it'll hit such highs that you guys will suddenly become the conservative mafia.
I don't think so.
I would be shocked.
All right, for once, I'm not gonna Irish exit on y'all. I'm gonna say bye.
Oh, bye.
Hello.
I hope you feel better.
Yes.
Oh, where'd y'all go? I didn't exit yet. Oh Lord. Okay. First of all, my back is ass. It's over. It's scoliosis. It's just the back is fucked.
Yoga.
Thank
you.
Yoga, smaller titties, back surgery, lots of things need to happen. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm leaving because I have to watch my Olay and Friends. This panel is like 2 hours long this weekend, so in order for me to, I gotta watch it to be sure it's right.
Don't justify yourself to us.
Wait, Olay, is it actually called Olay and Friends?
The segment of it, yeah, that's.
Can you please get someone to do a cover of the Garfield and Friends theme song, but just change it to Olay and Friends? I would absolutely think that was the greatest thing. Like, do you remember that song?
Yes, that's cute. You should go click on it. Look, why don't y'all just click on it? Show them the intro. Show them the intro while y'all are here. Just watch it. Show the screen.
Let me see the intro. If it's not Garfield and Friends, though, it's not as good.
My shows. Listen, I produce the shit out of my show. Everyone be like, "Oh, my editor's amazing." He is, but he'll be the first one to tell you it's my vision he's executing. And I love it. It's real cute for real. I swear it is. Show him.
I like the in living color, like the scheme. It's good. It's very good.
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. Oh my god, I can't believe I remember that song. Garfield and Friends. Garfield and Friends.
I don't remember it. I used to watch the show, but I don't remember the song.
Okay.
It's on here?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
This whole wild ass party, we got Russell Brand. He ain't talked to no niggas yet.
Would you not be talking to the niggas, talking for the niggas, like some of those issues?
You need to pay off my student debt.
Suck my dick. I love that part.
Obama got the nomination and they snubbed Cornel West. My nigga was never right again. My nigga, that nigga was never right again. Like, that's like the anti-Erica Badu of a nigga.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's cool. I like it.
I love it. Yeah.
Olay, why haven't I been invited on this show?
Okay, well.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank
you. I didn't actually see it because when I was watching it, I was getting ready. So I was kind of like doing things and just listening. So like watching it is really cool.
Yeah,
very cool. Cute. It has a very Black 90s aesthetic. I love.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, so I gotta go. The second one that I'm putting out, I gotta go watch that to make sure I tell my editor or make sure everything's cool before he put in the borders and the colors and stuff.
Right on.
Great, y'all should tune in Sunday. It'll be amazing. It's a great.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Whoa, it's too close.
Is there more super chats?
I know it made me feel uncomfortable when I was that close.
We have 85 total. Their super chats are crazy tonight, guys.
Oh my god!
I think it's the latest I've gone for sure. Where am I? I'm losing my spot. Here we go. This is Mike.
I believe. Wait, hang on. Okay. Yeah. Hunger Games 1989 with $2. The windows could only handle going down 1,500 feet in response to the sub.
Yeah, they weren't. That's right.
It doesn't surprise me. Me.
Wild shit. Mike, look at this generous.
Wow.
Generous super chat.
Lizzie Bennett with $20. Thank you. Hi guys, loved Mike's vid about the sub, whatever, and billionaires practically assisted suicide. Right. To Matt and Olay, NYC currently has early voting. Do you guys have any website to recommend to see who's on the ballot in advance?
That's to you.
Do you have any recommendations for a website to see who's on the ballot in advance for early voting in New York?
It should be up on New York City Vote's website. Let me give you the nycvotes.org has it.
There you go.
You give your address, it shows you who's running in your races.
Vibrantly Brantley says, do you answer all Super Chat questions? Yes, we do, as you can see.
Yeah. We haven't missed them yet, I don't think. No. Not a single one yet.
This is Mike.
Oh, Mary Mac, $20. Wow.
Very generous tonight.
Yeah, Mary, thank you so much. I joined your Patreon when you were demonetized. I enjoy your videos. That means so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Very generous.
Mike?
Oh, Hunger Games 1989 again with $5. Olay, I loved your recent YouTube video on Eric Adams, mostly LOL. Oh, I'll have to let her know. What does your shirt say in there?
I can't read that. It's impossible. It's too small.
Crayons. Yeah, okay. I'm curious to see what it says though. Type it in the chat. Don't send another super chat for it, but I'm curious.
This is Mike.
Oh, Andrew S. with $10. Remember, you can support Matt Binder by donating to Mike at the Humanist Report. Hey, true.
Unbelievable.
True.
Also, Mike.
Oh, Auntie K's Tarot Insights with $6.99 Canadian. RBG was anti-Indigenous. Same with Warren. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with her anti-Indigenous takes, but it doesn't surprise me. She basically lost all respect for me, especially when this wasn't anything to do with the ruling, but she was doing some interview and she was asked about Colin Kaepernick kneeling and she called him an idiot or something. And that really fucking pissed me off because it was completely uncalled for. This is a Scottish justice who should be defending, the First Amendment. So that doesn't surprise me, Auntie.
Binder.
All right, let's go. D. Lee with a super chat for Olay. Love you all. Something that happened today was the Supreme Court ruled against the Navajo Nation in the Colorado River dispute. I'm pissed. Unfortunately, I heard about it, but I haven't been following that particular case. I mean, I know there was a big ruling in favor of native sovereignty, if I'm saying that word correctly. It's late. A couple of weeks ago. SCOTUS seems to have a track record of doing that, like putting out if there's not similar, but cases that they think are connected or will have the same sort of demographic paying attention to it. They'll rule one way in one and release that strategically, so the one that they rule another way won't hit in the same way, which I think was what happened here. But yeah, I haven't seen too much about it, although I did come across it.
Also, Binder. I'll be right back.
Bay Photo with a super chat. I'm counting on you to illegally stream the Musk versus Zuckerberg fight in the event Elon paywalls it behind Twitter Blue. Oh, right. I'll have that. I will have that access. I really want it to happen, and I really hope it does, but I am very hesitant to even pretend it's going to, because I don't believe. I totally think Zuckerberg wants to do it. I think he would absolutely go ahead with it. I honestly don't picture Musk going through with it. If he does, that's great, but it wouldn't shock me if this is all him, playing up his whole "look at me, I'm so funny on the internet" shtick.
He's gonna sissy out. SISSY.
Right.
Vibrantly Brantley says, is there a way to support your channel monetarily without a YouTube membership? Do any of you have merch to promote? TheRationalNational.com/merch. Link is below most of my videos. I don't think it's on this one, but you will see that there.
I'm going to be switching.
I need to get merch.
Yeah, you do. Because I wore Lance's the surf shirt today on my show. I have a David Dole. I don't have an Olay or a Binder one. But I'm going to be relaunching my merch. I'm going to be switching providers because David Dole's is really, really good quality. So I'm going to switch to that, and I'll be relaunching relatively soon, hopefully.
Sweet. I will buy one of those.
Yeah, and I'll have to get David the recommendation because
That's right.
I think you get like some sort of like
$15.
Oh yeah. I'll have to.
And you get something. I think you get $15 credit or something.
Oh, okay, very cool.
There you go. This is Bender.
Tokyo Hans with another super chat. This is for the live show in Tokyo fund. You're gonna have to keep sending that money to fund that show because that's the only way it's happening. That's
I would love to go to Tokyo.
I would love to go.
I would love to go to Tokyo. I'm gonna assume that we don't have much of a fan base in Tokyo, though.
Probably not.
I am not going on a 16 fucking hour flight though. Even though I would, it's my dream to visit Japan.
I will at some point. I'll put myself through it, but not for a show.
yeah.
Parker, I think this is Mike.
Oh, $2. Meet up at the DNC in Chicago 2024. We could have a little parallel convention.
You know, that might not be such a bad idea, though, honestly. Next to a New York show, that honestly makes a lot of sense. Really, I think it does. Actually, I think it might make more sense to do. Where's the RNC going to be? That's going to be the one to do.
I don't want to be fucking shot.
Right, like we're a little bit too close to the crazies.
Oh no, I'm
not getting that close to the crazies.
I actually, now that I think about it, I want to go to the RNC. Period. Where is it? Where is it going to be? I'm looking it up now.
Now that you mention it, you know what? There was Politicon. We didn't get invited. I mean, we wouldn't have probably went, but we didn't get invited. Like they are inviting these boring ass politicians. Yeah, I think they're kind of doing it like smaller in cities since COVID. It hasn't really been the same. But I mean, you would think that they would invite the biggest leftist show on the planet, right? But nothing.
Milwaukee. It's gonna be Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Maybe I could crowdfund going and shooting stuff there. Because boy, would I want to go to the RNC.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to see you. I think you'd be really funny as one of those people with, like the microphones that just talks to people. I think you'd do good at that.
I actually have not done that. I should do that. I think you're correct.
I think that would be your niche.
This is for Bender.
Ooh, this Juan with a $10 super chat. Hey, Matt, did you see Sami Zayn made the trip to Mecca? You think maybe Saudi Arabia finally easing up on allowing other ethnic Syrian Muslims to make the pilgrimage and allowed to travel there? Oh, that's absolutely what happened. He's never gone to the Saudi shows that the WWE does because he couldn't. And then before this show, relations between Syria and the Saudis were fixed with Assad going over to Saudi Arabia. So he went, and it was interesting to see him there.
This is for Mike.
Okay, Alma Gasling with $4.99. I just want to say I look forward to watching the Leftist Mafia every week. Thank you. You guys make a bad week better. Love you all. P.S. Olay, love your vids. That's so sweet, Alma. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that. Love the nice comments like this.
Bender.
Matt Claremont with a super chat. Just a quick super for Comrade Binder since he's allergic to monetization. I got to tell you, I got to plan it out good. But you know how Mike and David have been telling me to turn on the YouTube memberships? Well, YouTube sent me like I guess I was picked for like this new thing they're trying out. Channels that don't have it turned on, they're offering an incentive. They're going to give money, like straight up money for turning it on, and then an extra bonus amount for getting like 30 memberships in a 30-day time span. I mean, it seems fairly doable, but I'm thinking I'm gonna turn it on in like sync with me making the announcement on this show that it's on, so then I can get those 30 subs and walk off with more money than those 30 subs are actually giving me due to that YouTube incentive. It's a one-time incentive, but still, let's get me paid.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Pretty good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Eric Achiampong with $5. Hey, Mike and Dave, what games from the Direct are you most excited for? I'm personally excited for Super Mario Wonder. What about you, David?
Yep, Super Mario Wonder and Super Mario RPG. What else? I'm trying to think. I think there was like one other thing there that I was like, oh, that's good.
There was the.
There's a weird like platforming game. I think it's called like Pennies something.
Oh right, yeah.
That looks pretty interesting. That's from the Sonic Mania team, I think.
Mm-hmm. That looks
so
good.
Yeah, those three.
Yeah, I'm most excited probably for Super Mario RPG because I didn't get to play that as a kid. My mom rented it for me, and I never played an RPG, so I didn't know what I was doing. So I took it back and got.
Too,
yeah, we got a more kid-friendly game, so I'm really excited to try that. I'm also super stoked about the re-release of Pikmin 1 and 2 because I haven't played Pikmin 1 since I was a kid. And Super Mario Wonder, can't go wrong with those games. Also, a lot more like the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I played that on 3DS, really liked it. Happy to get an H2 remake.
I played that already.
Yeah. I hope they put the first one.
I hate that type of stuff. HD remakes or re-releases of games. It's super lame.
Switch is near the end of its life right now. So right now they're doing like a lot of that kind of stuff because they're saving,
really Switch. Like, really, Switch is already.
It's been out for like 7 years. Like
it doesn't feel like that.
They're likely going to release a new one, something new next year.
Switch
so,
you.
They better not fuck it up again.
They better not do that again. They fucked the last one up. Yeah.
Yeah. I waited outside for the Wii U because I was thinking it was going to be sold out everywhere. Like I was working at Blockbuster at the time, and like I left early, and nobody bought that shit. Like you can walk in the store the next day.
That's the one Nintendo console I do not own. I never bought it, and it's
Based on Nintendo's recent patterns, though, it's this next system should suck.
Yeah, that's how
think
it
about it.
Goes.
N64. Well, let's start. We can start with Nintendo, okay, and then Super Nintendo. Okay, they had 2 in a row.
Yeah.
If you want to count Virtual Boy though as the next one, then they fucked up there.
Oh, true.
And then you got Nintendo 64, great system. GameCube. I know that's a heated debate, but let's face it, GameCube was not good for Nintendo.
It didn't do well.
On, like sales, it didn't do well compared to like
a great system.
PS2.
Right. Yeah. And then you got Wii, which completely saved Nintendo's ass.
Shit games, shit system, but sold well.
They should really just do a Switch too. I mean, I think that would do fine. They don't need to fuck, but they'll do something weird because they always do, which is sometimes it works out, as Binder's saying here, but sometimes it doesn't. But I hope whatever they do is like going to be portable, like the Switch currently is, because that's one of the best benefits I think of the Switch.
Oh, I feel like they would be a huge error on their part to have a portable system and then go back and have a non-portable system,
right?
Without a concurrent version that is portable. Like that's what puts Switch on a whole different level than Xbox and PlayStation. Like they'll never actually be in direct competition because it's a completely different console, even though it's Nintendo's main console.
Yeah.
Right.
Chelsea, this is for me.
It's funny though, because I actually prefer Xbox to PlayStation because I just like how Xbox's online system is way better than the PS's online system.
Fair.
I think Xbox Live is actually worth the money because, and I know PS, I don't know if it's still this way, but PlayStation's online system is free or used to be free.
Wait, you don't play for Game Pass?
Not anymore. It's now it's completely parody. Like it's exact like the
Oh, okay. Because that used to be the benefit. People would say that PlayStation was free to play online, so that was the benefit. I actually really like Xbox Live, so I always thought it was worth the money. Like if it's that much of a better experience, then I'll pay for it, But
they're the same now, basically. I mean, in my mind.
Well, now Xbox Live is just merged with Game Pass, right?
There's a cheaper version if you don't want the
You can
Game
still
Pass.
just pay to play online. You don't have to pay the Game Pass.
And they did, and I don't know if this is the same on PlayStation, but if it's a free-to-play game like Fortnite, you don't need to pay for it. You used to actually need to pay for the Game Pass to play Fortnite or other free-to-play online games, but people complained about it, and so they changed it. So if it's a free-to-play game, you don't need Game Pass.
I see.
Or Live, I should say. Yeah.
Chelsea here says, y'all need a new moderator to replace your late moderator. Is that from my chat? I have several moderators, so maybe I need to get some more.
Yeah, same.
I don't know.
Wait, late moderator as in late to come, or late moderator as if one of your moderators passed away?
Yeah, that's what I can't figure out.
I haven't heard.
Late to the party? I don't know.
I hope it's just that they're late to hear, yeah.
Yeah,
unless they died and I don't know about it, but no.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of your neo-Nazi moderators, then they could pass away. That's
of course. I mean, that's This is for Bender.
ACAB includes tone police. I like that. Hi, with a $10 super chat. Hi, David. I just need to say Crystal is terrible. Did you ever see her interview with Rogan? She was spineless. Who's Crystal?
Are they talking about Crystal Ball?
Oh, Crystal Ball.
Oh, Crystal spells her name. Crystal Ball spells her name with a K, by the way.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
I didn't watch that. I don't
like Crystal. I mean, you don't have to agree with everything that she says, but she's a good faith actor. So I don't like that. People are very nitpicky about this. I didn't see her Rogan interview, and I'm sure that she has things that I disagree with, and I have things she disagree with. But if we agree on most things, and she's a good faith actor, I think that we shouldn't be too down on folks. I think she's a good person.
Mike.
Gen Socialist with $2. I love to reach out and help with scheduling. Like scheduling interviews. It really wouldn't be necessary, even though it's hard for us to keep track. I feel like adding in a scheduler would just make it way more complicated for us.
Yeah, it would.
But thank you.
Bender.
T-Types with a super chat. Do any of you have leftist socialist novelist recommendations? Ursula K. Le Guin being one classic example. Oh, but I'm the wrong person to ask on book recommendations. I don't read books.
I read a lot.
It's terrible. It's horrible. I read a lot. I do read a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't read many books.
I read a book. I read a lot of books, but I haven't read like many political books lately. I don't have any leftist novel recommendations, unfortunately. I'm kind of more of like a sci-fi person, but I'm reading a series that's pretty good. God, I can't remember the author's name, but it's called like Edge of Chaos, Edge of Anarchy, Edge of Darkness. It's like a 7-book series about basically the US was hit with an EMP pulse, and all electronic devices stopped working. And so it kind of chronicles like the breakdown of society from different perspectives, and it's really interesting. So I would recommend that personally. That's what I'm really enjoying.
Oh, read Against the Web by Michael Brooks. And if you don't want to read it, they just released an audiobook last week with Sam Cedar narrating it. Mm-hmm. So check that out.
Yeah.
The Last Disciple says, for David, any take or comments on BC 18 passing the Senate and meta reaction with restricting the presence of Canadian news sources? I got to look more into it. I know before this happened, they did that as sort of like an example to be like, this is what's going to happen if you pass this. So I have to read more into it and see what the impact is going to be going forward. This is from Mike.
Nick Bower with $10. I've been watching this every week since episode 1. That's awesome. Already watched / knew of all of y'all and was hyped to see a collaboration. That's really cool. That's awesome.
Damn, you've watched every week since episode 1. That means you've watched more Leftist Mafia than I've been on Leftist Mafia, because I missed
a few weeks. Mike.
0 PE with $4.99. I take off work for the night to watch Leftist Mafia. That's fucking amazing. By the way, still waiting on that music playlist too, Mike. Yes, I know. I do need to do that. People have been wanting me to release the outros that I have. And I'm trying to figure out like the best way to do it. And I think that just like throwing them all in one big video with timestamps so that we can kind of fast forward is the best way. I don't know a better way to do it. So if you have recommendations, let me know. But yeah, I'd love to release some of those.
Me. Laura Stratus says, I'm like falling asleep, guys. Have any of you watched Happy Shiny People? If you have, what did you think? I'm so glad I am out of religious anything. I have not. Did not know what that is.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but it sounds interesting.
It's the documentary that came out about the what's that family, that religious family with like 100 kids, and one of them just got arrested for doing some horrible shit with kids or something like that.
Oh, of course.
What was it called?
I think I know what you're talking about.
The Duggars.
Yeah,
the Duggar
Duggars.
family.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many super chats we got left? I feel like there's a lot.
Yeah, I think hopefully we're near the end here because I'm gonna fucking go soon. This is for you.
0 PE with a super chat. A little Binder money to keep the stream going. Wink emoji. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Kowalski, because I know that now, says, you deciphered my emoji message. Congratulations. And that was for me. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I think this is for Mike, and I have another.
Yeah, because he's the one who deciphered it with the cum.
That's right. So there you go, Mike. Congratulations. Eye of the River. This is for Bender.
Eye of the River says the dynamic editor is doing Halola Atza work for the Discord server, and the slander is uncalled for. Oh, we're just joking. I don't even know what was said, to be honest, but whatever it is, we're just joking. What is the dynamic editor doing? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the.
I think that no. I guess there was some comment that Olay thinks dynamic editor made about her. I don't know.
No, I thought the joke was that dynamic editor could be someone like Blair or something like that, trying to get access back to the Discord server. Because someone mentioned how dynamic editor.
Oh, is that what that's about?
Wants to like make the. But that was a joke, obviously. Dynamic editor is obviously not.
Yeah, dynamic editor is really sweet. I talked to them and they did wonders on my Discord. Like, I don't know how Discord functions, but like going into it, it looks very user friendly. Still intimidating for me, but yeah, I'll put them in touch with Lance. And we'll see. We'll run some background checks on dynamic editor. We'll have them subject them to a lie detector test. Yeah, drug test, stuff like that, just to make sure, you know.
Bender.
Lottie Da with a $10 super chat. Doug Lane's co-host Ashley Frawley interviewed James Lindsay recently. What? She said they have a common enemy in the woke. Are you kidding me? That's I gotta check this. Oh my god.
Who's Doug Lane and Ashley Frawley?
He's
he used to be on the.
He used to run Zero Books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, him?
Zero Books, and then he got fired from Zero Books, and he became like one of those like leftists obsessed with the Twitter files, being a true expose on how the government is censoring people on Twitter. Even though I did a debate with him, and I think he's a nice guy, but he's clearly been led astray. But the fact that his co-host is interviewing fucking James Lindsay and saying they have a common enemy in the woke, I'm sorry, these people aren't leftists.
Yeah.
If I'm not even one to like I don't even care. Like I see like the real like the Jimmy Dore lefties be like, oh, these shit libs when they watch Leftist Mafia. I don't fucking care. Like I'm a grown man. I don't care if you fucking think I'm a leftist, a liberal. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I laugh at all that shit.
But like, I'm sorry if you're fucking finding James Lindsay, the guy who fucking coined the phrase "okay groomers" to attack the LGBTQ community, as a fucking ally in your common enemy against the woke, then your fucking leftist card, I don't care what the fuck it is, has been revoked. You're a fucking right winger. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. You're a fucking right winger.
Yeah.
Is that the guy who he posted this video in defense of Glenn Greenwald or whatever on the Zero Books YouTube channel? Because I unsubscribed from Zero Books because it was such a bad take and a terrible defense. And just very clearly simping because he also is kind of moving in that same direction. And by the way, on the subject of Jimmy Dore, Lance shared a screenshot of a new thumbnail from Jimmy where it looks like he's dabbling in climate denial now. I haven't seen the video, but the title looks like that. So, yeah, very, very leftist. Very leftist, for sure.
This one?
Yeah, NASA study shows climate change is actually greening the Earth. Oh my fucking god. I forgot what the title was, but yeah. And he's the most leftist, guys. This fucking boomer dipshit. What a straggit.
All right, let's get through these before I fucking die. All right.
David, do you want me to take over so you can get off?
I mean, we're almost... Oh shit! There's more coming in.
Yeah, if you want, I can take.
You know
over.
What? You may have to.
That way, you're not like killing yourself. I know you're tired.
First, we'll do this. Is for.
I was gonna say we should be like, all right, if you send a super chat now, it's too late. We're cutting it off. But then I realized that means less people would give me money. So I'm gonna keep it going. Let's power through this. If anyone wants to leave, that's fine. I'm not ending this until my audience is bled dry of their hard-earned money.
You're tied to both me and Mike because we're the hosts here. So if both of us drop out, you're fucked.
Well, it's only like what time is it over there, Mike? It's like 8 o'clock, right?
It's almost 9. I could go for a while. I mean, I'm tired, but I'm
West
I'm not.
People are so spoiled. It's crazy.
But I will say though, you all have the better schedule in terms of like news, where you get up earlier and you can like make videos quicker on things. It's better from a news perspective for sure.
That makes sense. This is Bender.
Cosmic Marauder with a super chat. Binder, I was watching on Dole's channel, but wanted to briefly chime in here to let you know that you have great comedic timing. Cheers, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you.
He does.
All right, I'm gonna run through mine because I need to get the fuck off. Vibrantly Brandy, let me find you. So, Mike, keep track of where I left off. I assume we have the same order.
I have it up on here. You're at yeah.
So, Vibrantly Brandy is my next one. So, I need to talk to my partner, but would you be open to a parasocial relationship?
That's good.
Well, hey, I mean, I guess it's one way, right? It doesn't involve me, so go right ahead.
You can cultivate it and, yes. I guess grow it.
I will grow it. Kowalski says the sub is a promotional stunt for the Meg film. What is this in reference to? The sub is a promotional stunt for the Meg film. I don't know. It's too late. I'm sure this is a very intelligent quip that I'm too out of it to know what this is about. Chelsea says, I meant the conversation moderator who is now dead to us. Oh,
okay.
They meant moderator in the actual.
Okay.
5 people's all we need, and I think we're doing just fine.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I like the 5.
We have a pretty good flow.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing just fine.
Because if we introduce a new person that kind of throws off, the chemistry that we already have, I think we're good.
Zero says, didn't want you feel left out, David. Oh, thank you so much. That's a great one to end on. Thank you. I'm going to go. Bye, everybody.
Good night, David.
Thanks, David. Have a great night.
How do I leave without ending the broadcast?
You can just don't end it. There's still money to be made.
Button. Don't press the end broadcast button. It's right there.
Like I did to David one time when we weren't like doing the same stream. That was sad. I felt very stupid.
All right. Good night.
All right. Take care, David.
Good night and good luck. Goodbye.
All right. And then there was 2.
All righty. We have a $3 super chat. This one's from me, from Presto Wing. Mike, 2 weeks ago, I found the Zora Temple. Love y'all. That's
Is that a
awesome.
Zelda thing?
It's a Zelda thing. Yeah, it's one of the 4 like big missions in the game. I completed all 4 of the missions, and I now have to go. Well, I won't tell you because I don't want it to be spoiled for you. But yeah, I'm still playing. I'm now trying to find all the shrines.
If you're talking about me, and nothing be spoiled for me, I'm never playing that game.
Just for anyone else who's playing. You should try it though.
Yeah, I enjoy watching other people play Zelda. I've never been someone who likes to play Zelda myself. I don't like those type of games.
Oh, okay.
I'm much more of a. I play Fortnite. I play Warcraft 3. Not World of Warcraft. I want to be very specific. I'm not into that MMORPG stuff. I like the RTS stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much Gears of War. Online play only though. Really, I don't like playing storylines. I'm big into playing online. I like versing real people. I'm a real social guy,
Yeah. That's legitimate. I'm more of a single player person, but yeah, we're all gamers, right? Different strokes. This one is for you, Bender.
Check Mark verified account with the super chat. Thoughts on 100 Gex? I like them. I've not heard their more recent stuff, but the stuff I heard that mixes like that, like really like fast paced like hyperpop stuff with like sort of like punk rock sensibilities, like their song "Stupid Horse," which is a little bit ska on there too. I think it's really unique and interesting. I like 100 Gex.
Yeah, I actually like 100 Gex too. I just found them. Really like their latest album. Yeah, I agree. Another one for you.
Tokyo Hans, I can make you some merch. Everyone loving my Japanese letters here. Sagi Kaizei Scam economy. Was that how you say hat? Is that how you say scam economy in Japanese? Sagi
cool.
Kaize. That's cool.
I love that. Okay. Let's see here. I think this one is from me. OHM 199. By the way, Matt, Facebook knowingly profited off of misinformation. Morals down 2.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
true.
without a doubt, Facebook is horrible. No. But I explained it when we were all on earlier. There is a difference. They both suck, but I think it's much worse to be ideologically in that position than just like saying like fuck it, we'll let things slide because it makes us more money or whatever. They both suck, but you could apply pressure to someone who's doing something based on advertising revenue by pressuring their advertisers. That's not going to happen with Musk and Twitter. The dude is clearly ideologically trying to turn Twitter into a right-wing talking point / propaganda / misinfo spreader.
Yeah, I'd feel more better if we just knew that he was driven by money, because at least you can understand that. His behavior is, like as Matt said, he's a true believer.
Please don't mistake me thinking like, I'm not saying Mark Zuckerberg's like, we're going to win. If that fight actually happens, we're going to win watching them fight no matter who gets beat up or loses or whatever. Because they both deserve ass beating. But I will clearly, obviously, be in the side of one who I think is bad, but not as bad as the other.
Yeah, same. I will be, for the first time ever, and possibly the only time, rooting loudly for Zuckerberg. And then that's it.
Yes.
Let's see here. So, this one's for you.
Kowalski, here's my money, Matt. Food out of my cattle's mouths. Oh, no. Please feed your goats and cows, Kowalski.
And the emo dragon for you.
It's okay, Binder. Real ones know CBGBs. Thank you, the emo dragon. That's right. I'm actually shocked. I mean, you guys must be... How old are you again, Mike?
I'm 35.
You're not that young, then. What the hell?
Hey, fuck you.
You don't know CBGBs? Really? All right.
No.
They even made a movie about it, like a with actors, not a documentary, like an actual movie.
Really?
Yeah. With who acted in the movie? Came out in 2013.
How old are you, Matt?
Alan Rickman, Rupert Grint. So what's his face from Harry Potter was in it.
Okay, yeah, Snape or whatever, or Snoke.
Oh no, Rupert Grint is Rupert. Oh, Alan Rickman is Snape. Yes, correct.
Oh, Snape.
Okay. Rupert Grint is what's his face? Harry Potter's friend, Ron Weasley.
Oh shit.
Malin Ackerman's in it. Oh shit, Taylor Hawkins was in it. I didn't even know that. I didn't remember that.
I have to look this shit up.
The drummer of Foo Fighters was in that movie as Iggy Pop.
See, yeah. Aren't you the same age as me? I thought that we were the same age.
I'm a year or two older. I'm 36 going on 37.
Oh, okay. So close enough. Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
Look up Google CBGBs and click images and tell me that none of the awning and the front of the venue looks familiar to you, and I'll be shocked. Maybe you just don't know it by name, but you had to have seen the images of this place.
I fat fingered it and typed in CBTBS, and I got like unicorn underwear that popped up.
That's not it.
Let's see. Doesn't ring a bell.
Wow. Okay. All right. Wow. Jeez. All right. I don't know what the fuck they were showing you over on the West Coast, but Christ. All right.
All right. Well, we've got a new member, Kowalski. I think this is for it's me or David, but thank you, Kowalski. Appreciate that. We have one from me here, T-Types with $10. I actually did mean sci-fi and fantasy. Le Guin did both and was explicitly humanist and leftist. Also, Kim Stanley Robertson and Adrian Tchaikovsky both write sci-fi that is often critical of capitalism. I'll have to check them out because I really like sci-fi and fantasy. I kind of have strayed away from political. I used to read a lot of political books, but now I kind of just read fiction because it helps ease the brain rot. So yeah, I'll have to. I'll check. Let me actually. I'm just gonna boomer it and take a picture of your super chat, so I remember to look them up. Because yeah, that'd be cool. And then we have one for you, Bender.
Matt Claremont with a super chat. Musk is a disaster, but Facebook is a total cesspool. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm not defending Facebook or Mark Zuckerberg or anything. I'm just saying I think, at least right now, one is worse than the other. No doubt about it. Facebook is, but also what Facebook did was, again, like I mentioned, in search of revenue. I don't think Zuckerberg was trying to push anyone to anything politically. He was just out to provide shareholders value, which is obviously bad. It sucks for people who had to deal with the output of what Facebook did when looking for that shareholder value, providing value to shareholders. But it's different than someone who holds these positions based on ideological reasons.
Yeah. That's it.
Ooh, wow.
We made it. We made it to the end.
We did it.
Yeah. So are you going to do your membership launch next week then?
I got to figure out, because I wanted to also do like just a straight up like short like 2-3 minute video explaining to people so I could just upload it and hopefully that'll
smart.
But I got to shoot that. So I got to figure out when to do it. Hopefully next week. If not next week, they say I have until the end of July, but I don't want to wait that long. I don't want to wait that long, but I could maybe do it in a week or two, like beginning of July. I'm aiming for.
Okay. They might change their mind. So you gotta take advantage of it. You never know with YouTube. We have one more. It is $2 for me from Vibrantly Brantley, West Coast for life. Yes, absolutely. Love the West Coast.
There you go.
And we have another.
Really quick, let me thank Riverboat Jack for rating me on Twitch over there about 30 minutes ago. Yeah.
I actually, now that you reminded me, thank you to $27 who rated me. I missed it, but thank you so much, $27. Love him. We have to bring him on sometime. He's great.
Yes. We got to get a bunch of those Twitch leftists.
There's so many people. Yeah. Like, we have an infinite pool of people who we want to bring on.
We do. Parker, oh my God, I'm about to yawn. I'm sorry.
I just did.
Parker with a super chat. Binder would be funny at RNC, but someone got to go to DNC. Why not both? Let's do both.
Yeah. We've got to crowdfund you going there as the DNC/RNC correspondent for Leftist Mafia, and we'll talk to you live. We'll get you to ask people questions. We'll do dares, super chat dares. Like, go up, run up to that person, and I don't know.
I know the DNC was fun to go to. I went when it was Bernie and Hillary, and that was fun. But that was fun
did you really?
Yeah. At the time, I was with Cafe, that political comedy startup, where I worked with a bunch of people. The few of the Chapo guys before they was Chapo. Twitter, funny Twitter people like Boring as Heck and Rob Wisman. But we went to the DNC to do stuff. And that was a lot of fun, but that was because of who was running. I don't think the DNC is going to be that fun to cover if it's just people endorsing the incumbent, It's just not going to be, not much you can do with that. You know what I mean? There's not going to be like an insurgent like group like there was in 2016, advocating for the insurgent candidate. It's going to be fairly straightforward endorsement of Biden, quite frankly. The RNC one will be interesting because that's
going to be a mess.
Yes, and that's the one to go to. That's the one where you will get some interesting shit because you're going to get the DeSantis factions and all the other factions of even the smaller candidates who show up voicing their displeasure for whoever ends up winning. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. One more for you.
Damn Cedar with a super chat. Get some sleep, you two. I got to go walk the dog now, but after that, I'll probably go to sleep.
Yeah.
This was fun as always. Every week is more fun than the last, and this is obviously growing. So I'm looking forward to where this takes us.
We're gonna go to the moon. No, that hits differently for you.
I'm actually no longer looking forward to doing this show. I never want to do it again. I'm bowing out of the Leftist Mafia at this very moment. Oh wait, we just got another one. Narrator with a super chat. Oh wait, you got another one too. That's for you, right?
Oh, you got one too?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I see that now. Okay, so this one came in first with from Kowalski 199. I might be appointed as one of the new RNC delegates. That would be amazing.
You should. Oh, that'll be fun.
Hell yeah! I've been there. This one's you.
Narrator with a $10 super chat. No sleep till Brooklyn. Right? Yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds like the perfect message to end this on. Let me just quickly see who am I gonna raid. I guess I could raid who's on right now. Which leftist Twitch streamer?
Wait, hang on. Let me actually all raid at the same time.
Oh yeah, who should we raid together?
Let me see.
I see here. Hassan is on, but he does not need us, nor will he notice us raiding him. It's amazing because my list of people I follow, it's like someone with 20 viewers, 80 viewers, 100 viewers, 80 viewers, 100 viewers, 70 viewers, 23,000 viewers. Hassan, unbelievable, really.
That's insane.
Christ.
We can raid Amy C3. She's really good. She's a housing advocate.
Yeah, I raid Amy all the time. We could do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do. I don't know if there's any other like smaller channels too that anybody has recommendations for.
I see Hamosi Goat and Time for Tinfoil. I don't know if you're familiar with any of them.
I'm not.
We could do Amy then. That's
okay.
Totally works for me.
Okay.
Let's time this perfectly. Hold on. Let's.
Okay, I typed it.
Let me pull up the raid here. I'm pressing the start raid button, which doesn't do it right away. It just gets everyone like batched together. Let's get this going here. And then, all right. I guess we could end the stream on our end, and we will raid Amy EC3. Have a great night, everyone. See you all next week on the Leftist Mafia.